Welcome everybody to the Sleestakians show. I'm your host Lorenzo Sleestak. I'm here with joined. Oh gosh, I've joined by Daniel Vega.
Hey, how's it going?
And AKA Tech, and AKA a gazillion other things.
I'm a man of many faces.
Dragon.
Hello.
Hey,
really? So you many faces?
Many faces. Okay, I see where you went with that.
Yes, anyone who grew up in the 80s and 90s would have got that reference anyways.
I grew up in the 80s and I didn't get that reference. So.
Boy, Shane, I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. Huh.
Did you not watch He-Man?
Yes.
Oh, hi, Jack Stafford. Good to see you.
I was a kid. I was a kid for most of the.
Hey, Captain Cummings. Always great to see you. I don't know if you've been in the chat before.
He's not Pacific stuff like that.
I'll see if you're a mod. If not, I can make you a mod. In the Shiny Hunter, I believe I said hi to you earlier, but greetings.
Greetings.
So I'm kind of surprised that so this RoboCop game's been out for a while now, and I'm just starting to hear about people play it and catch some reviews and
it's called RoboCop Rogue City, and so from what I've understood, it takes place between RoboCop 2 and what will be RoboCop 3, and because some of the stuff from the end of the game kind of talks about stuff that I guess that would eventually happen for 3, if it goes that way.
Was 3 the which one?
3 was the one. 3 is the one where they killed Ann Lewis.
So what was bad about 3 that people forgot about it?
They killed Lewis. They nuked part of the city. OCP was pretty much dead and gone. Lots of stuff happened that nobody liked, I guess.
Also,
I just know.
Now, by the way,
I guess they just because RoboCop is pretty known for satire. For part of its story is having satire in it. I think what happened was that the movie went too far into that satire, and it just kind of turned people off. I was like,
can folks hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because sometimes when I go to YouTube and then come back, it messes up the sound.
It's still I can hear you, but the sound is still messed up.
Oh boy. Okay, I might have to restart the phone, but it's great to see you, Captain Cummings. And
hey, Captain Cummings.
Hunter and Jane. Great to see you as well. Jane, do you have a wrench? If not, I can give you one. But yeah, I'm gonna restart my phone. It doesn't take too long.
And then we're gonna. So he's intentionally Lorenzo-ing himself. No one? Okay.
Did you know that they're coming out with a new season of Phineas and Ferb next year?
No, I don't really follow that, but I know because that's a kid's show, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, they're bringing it back after almost after 10 years.
Something tells me they're gonna mess it up. Let's bring back this thing that was.
Why are they gonna put a chick in it and make it gay and lame?
Oh man, that's gonna go some miles apparently.
Yeah. Well, Kathleen Kennedy has no one to blame but herself.
For basically turning herself into a meme. Jeez.
Just like Mariah Carey's the meme because of all.
Yeah, I mean, at least she embraces it, you know. She literally put a post memeing herself. I'm like, how the?
Yeah, there's so many. There's one of that's
She also
Scarlet
got
Marvel
sued
for
again for
Christmas, and it goes to the Transformers movie where Optimus Prime's like, Mariah Carey must be stopped, no matter the cost.
yeah.
Heck, they even made a Pathfinder monster based upon Christmas Mariah Carey.
Damn. So I'm looking at this RoboCop game too. It's actually not bad for the stats. I may be a little underpowered because my CPU is a ADM Ryzen 5 5600X. So I'm not sure how where that puts me on the scale. So I may not be able to play this game at optimal settings. But okay. Video card can. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to turn down the settings if I ever get it. Yeesh, better get it on. Can I get this on console? Don't think so. I don't think my Xbox One can do that. And
Is this any better?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like I could hear you better too. So the Shining Hunter said, "Yes, Captain Sleestak. We communicated. The plans are coming along, and the fleshy
fleshy
shall be converted."
converted.
No, it's always good to have some good news in the world today.
Well, Shane, I guess Rogue City would be your RoboCop 3 now. So it's because essentially it takes place before 3, but it's after 2. Because you still get shots of like the RoboCop 2 robot from the last one.
Mm.
And then but it has a lot of RPG elements, so you get to update skills and when and have you, and so
Yeah.
And check out this YouTube channel. If it's got you like you got it highlighted on the screen. If you like Bible readings, actually, is what I've seen lately on there. Captain
Bible readings.
Bill Cummings has been reading from, what is it? Well, so is it the New American Version? Whatever the Bible is that's used in Catholic churches in the United States. He's been reading through the Bible. And check out Wonder Island and was it Kokashi Murder Dolls? These are a couple of books that Hervoye posted a link to. Thanks, Hervoye.
Hey, Cola.
Even before the stream, that Hervoye is an excellent mod. I don't know how he does it how he manages to post these links in the middle of the night over in Croatia. But hello, koala.
I don't believe Croatia exists. It's fake like Canada.
They do exist.
Oh, I remember.
No.
Time
There's no countries that's off of COK. They're all fake.
I remember one time Hervoye was on what was it called? The Trash Compactor Show, Testify Show, and like people were like asking like really intentionally annoying questions, like as though like Croatia like were like just kind of like as if Croatia was like the way some of the like old order Amish people live or something. It's like they've got technology there. In fact, Hervoye was saying before, I don't know if this is currently the case, but they were actually showing like movies that you'd see on like streaming services, but you could actually see those in the theater. Whereas I don't think you can really see too many of those. I think maybe they play for a limited run or something. I don't know.
I tell
So
you,
I-
Croatia doesn't exist like Canada.
Hey
It's
Henry,
all a lie.
Canada.
oh yeah, we got
Yes, there's no Canada.
who are
There's no Canada. There's no Croatia. There's no Chile. It's all a lie.
isn't Mr. Anafui from Chile? Yeah, that's what the I think that's what the yeah, that's what the answer. You have their plumbing. It's like here's Hiroye uh using a webcam
Mm.
and like
I swear,
I guess everybody I guess though there's a lot of people who do have access to like I see people streaming from around the world nowadays. It's pretty cool and some of the places aren't uh some of the places people have like a much fancier abodes. Wait.
okay.
Than, than others, but
I think I need to move.
Well, you know they won't call me this Bill Ben.
I think I need to move page 19 and 23.
like there's one channel that's really cool. I mean, like I don't know. There's just so many channels that I watch, and it's really cool to see. Um, like the different levels of production value, which like I wouldn't consider this show to have that fancy production value, but like there's everything from like somebody like streaming from like a hot or they're like on what do you call those things that are like it's like it's a dock for people to go fishing, but there's like a built like a fishing shack or fishing shanty. What would that be called? I've seen anything from that like to like people with um like cable TV or better like production values, you know.
Mm-hmm. Has anyone seen the Super Pets?
I'm not sure if I've seen that. Yeah, on the Light Studios, always a pleasure to see you. Got an awesome gaming channel.
Yeah, the one where the Justice League gets defeated by a super powered guinea pig.
Is that
Oh, that one. No, I haven't seen it. It's the one with the Rock who plays the crypto. And
Oh, is that who voices Crypto?
yeah, it's the Rock who voices crypto, and it's Karen Hart who voices Ace the Bat Dog or whatever the heck
so?
his
Is
name
this official or like fan made or what?
No, it's an
actual legit movie, but I don't think it's set in. I think it's just set in its own continuum. It's like the Secret Adventures of Pets. It's its own universe.
Basically, the premise is that Lex Luthor was experimenting with kryptonite on a guinea pig. The guinea pig forms an attachment to him.
Mm-hmm.
So the guinea pig uses the orange kryptonite to give a bunch of other guinea pigs superpowers, and they go defeat the Justice League. The powers all that.
What you're saying is a game based on that movie.
Yeah.
Be entertaining. Huh.
Yeah, Batman's like, I work alone, except for when he starts going through all the Bat family members,
Mm-hmm.
everyone else he worked with.
So I've heard the name Secret Adventure of Pets. Secret Adventures, I mean, of Pets.
Yeah.
But I didn't know
Kevin
anything
Hart
about
plays
it,
the bunny.
what that was. That's interesting. At first, I thought you guys were going to talk about because I was talking about YouTube channels. So at first, that's what I thought. Like it was just some sort of fan made.
No, it's an official product. Well, and the Justice League members kind of look really bad in it.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Batman looks
it's like
weird.
Superman's leg all scrawny compared to his, the smaller than his arms. Batman's just pretty much all chest.
Yeah, like he has no neck.
Cyborg wouldn't be so bad, but the problem is, since half of his skull is covered in, cybernetic, he has this giant afro, so it's a giant half afro.
Yeah, it's weird. And then
And
Wonder Woman. It's like I think Wonder Woman got the worst job. Jeez.
Oh,
I don't know because Green Lantern, the Latina Green Lantern has that really bad hairstyle.
Yeah.
It's Wilson. I mean, it's Wilson what they gave Gwenpool.
Yeah.
At least I could look at that. Unlike whatever the heck they did to can't remember which Green Lantern. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's also
it's supposed to be Jessica something. Let me see. Green Lantern. Let's say Jessica Cruz. Jessica Cruz, that's her name.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, the Flash looks kind of malnourished.
The who?
The Flash, he kind of looks really, really thin.
Now you hear you.
And then somebody's talking to somebody. Look me right in the eye.
Hi.
Welcome, Ahmad.
Hi.
Hey, Bianca. Welcome to the chat. And hey, Diamond. Oh, that's I'm always blinking out. Is that Captain Hart? Is it Tech? Is Diamond Cap?
Cap. That's Cap. Champ. Cap.
Oh,
Champ.
Not Captain. Was it Hardick?
No, it's Champ.
No, I mean the other. Oh, hey, Louise. Welcome. Does Louise have a wrench?
Don't think so.
Oh yeah, Disney did a Doctor Who special and it bombed like most of their movies.
It bombed. I guess people were just kind of noticing what was going on, and I guess they weren't liking what was going on, and they just kind of.
You know how the last Doctor was a woman.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They put down the current I guess the doctor for the special down because he wasn't a woman anymore. I guess.
Yeah, it's like you don't know what it's like to be a woman. He literally was a woman, a full, an actual real woman. Full plumbing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so. Yeah, he knows what it's like to be that. The doctor does know what it's like to be a woman. It's stupid. Of course, old white guy. It's like even the normies realize that Doctor Who is getting bad.
So is my sound messed up? Trying to give Louise a wrench.
I don't know. It's just it's weird.
Is my sound okay?
It's just weird. Because it goes along with like the new Castlevania series. They just kind of dump on Richter, and I'm like, this is supposed to be his show, right?
Yes, but it's woke garbage. So what do you expect?
I mean, and the thing is that the show is called Castlevania, and yet they do nothing to feature the castle. I'm like, the point is the castle is literally called Castlevania.
No, because
why
they
it's
had to
called
do with something
Castlevania.
that's not even involved. It has nothing to do with the games whatsoever.
Yeah, kind of stopped. And then, honestly, I should really start writing that. I came up with ideas on how to make make my own Castlevania, but I have my own character that's basically my own Belmont type character. I was actually thinking
I mean,
about what I was actually
that
thinking.
style game. I mean, let's face it. That and Metroid are what's the name? What's the genre of Castlevania and Metroid? Metrovania.
Metroidvania. That's the name of the genre of games.
Yeah,
And
yeah, the one where you had to go.
Yeah, basically, it's okay when they call it Metrovania because it's kind of a combination of Castlevania and Metroid, because Metroid is one that started that trend, that kind of game style, and then Castlevania kind of walked into it and was Symphony of the Night, and it worked out.
You mean the large map where you have to do a bunch of backtracking?
Yeah, the large ass map. Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah. Maybe they. Oh, Bob Iger was on the attack for the fact that Disney's doing terrible.
Why, Louise?
Their latest movie, Wish, didn't do too
Wish?
well at the box office, from what I've understood.
Yeah,
Can people?
because even people
Can you guys
who-
hear me at all?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, is it?
because apparently people don't like it. It's like, oh, it's another so crazy and random
Story.
and silly girl lead like we had since Rapunzel and Tangled. Look at me, I'm so silly.
Wait, is this the new?
The thing is,
new Disney?
the main villain's not even the main villain to the second half. But for some reason, he becomes a villain for reasons.
Wait,
So
are you talking about
they have to
are you
force him to
talking
be a
about the
villain.
Disney cartoon?
So they have
Yes,
to force him to be a villain.
yeah, because the terrible thing he does is he doesn't grant everyone the wishes. Because the problem about wishes is that they don't always go well.
Yeah, I think that from what I read of the wiki, which I'm pretty sure is not even accurate itself, is that he holds on to wishes, and those wishes tend to have memories attached to them, and I guess her problem is that why not give those wishes back so they can pursue those wishes? Like, well, the thing with that is that depending on what the wish is like, there's some you just may not want to return, maybe for the fact that they could have bad consequences for the.
So when the
She gets angry at the king because he grants someone else's wishes than her grandfather's vague wish. She's like, guy wishes to be the best clothes maker in the world,
What you can do without
and her grandfather's wish is the super vague. I want to inspire the next generation. It's like, what do you mean by that? Yeah, it's like
that's super vague.
So
I can understand it, like, oh, I want to be the next king. Something like that would have been more.
Huh.
The next king of when?
So please like and share this stream. This is the first time we've been streaming since American Thanksgiving. I know that Thanksgiving's celebrated in Canada a little bit earlier. Guess it's
But
celebrated.
Canada doesn't exist, right? Let me tell you that.
Okay.
Wait, full custom hot
Have
dog?
you ever been to Canada?
Huh?
Have you ever been to Canada?
No.
I have. Yeah, I've been there from Windsor and from Sault Ste. Marie, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, and then it attaches to Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada. But I haven't really, and maybe I went to Toronto when I was real little, but usually it's just cross.
Maybe. See,
Oh.
you don't even know if you've been there.
Oh, and then I went to the Horseshoe Falls in Canada when I was in New York State. Can't remember what that attaches to. That's somewhere in Ontario. Well, welcome, Full Custom Hot Dog. Great to see you. Please like and share the stream. Yeah, this is got a little bit out of my routine by taking last week off.
Yeah, I'm just kind of, don't mind me. I'm kind of rewriting my own story and on the fly.
Like once I wanted to join the stream, but it's like you ended it after like only 2 hours when you usually go for like 8 hours at times.
Yeah, sometimes we go a little longer than I expect, or a lot
It's like,
longer.
oh, he'll be the later on as I get going. It's like, wait, it's over already?
Yeah, haven't you been playing an RPG?
I've been playing multiple RPGs.
Yeah, there was one you had posted a link to earlier. Oh, I think that was I guess that wasn't public, but well, I think the stream was. But I'm not
Yes,
sure if
because
you
it's
were
on
on the stream
YouTube.
or not. I'm trying to think. There's something in Orc War Chiefs group.
I also posted it in your server.
Now, what was that the link to?
Egotine's channel has a Marvel RPG game that Maranya runs.
So do you play that? So it's a superhero RPG?
Yes, it's a Marvel
Fun.
game that TSR made.
Oh, that Midnight Sun?
No.
Oh.
Which one is it then?
Marvel
remember?
superheroes.
Oh.
Huh.
It's literally the first one ever made for Marvel.
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun. Is it
Be your own superhero.
is it all like D&D or is it quite different?
It's a D100 system. It's nothing like Dungeons and Dragons. I know somebody took the system and made a generic superhero game.
Oh, a generic one. Huh.
Generic.
Yeah.
They also added skills into it, which is not in the Marvel game. Because everything pretty much goes off of a attribute of your superpowers.
So it sounds like kind of a simplified system.
Yeah. Because all the rolls are D100s.
Gonna have to redraw all this, I think.
There's no skills, there's no proficiencies.
people
know
say
there's tons, but that's pretty much things like gaining a bonus to things. Like, gaining a +1 to shooting things or wrestling people, about grappling.
Hmm.
Oh,
What's the generic one like?
pretty much the same, but they add skills in. So instead of just having like agility covering all your defense rolls for range attacks and avoid getting hit by someone charging you. It's like you have skills for different things, like how fast you are, or like this defense skill, like instead of that, instead of just having the attribute itself covering it.
So usually I think of generic as not necessarily a positive thing, but this actually sounds like it makes improvement.
They made it more complex and just made it into a non-IP, because that's an IP game setting. Chisel Bugsby, Bigsby Bugwell runs it on his channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've watched him play D&D before on there. I didn't realize he played some other games on there. Well, hey, the metal. Welcome.
Hey,
Batchel.
The metal got me interested in this, not just interested, but like, I've been playing every day for the past few months. I've been playing this game called Honkai Star Rail, and it's kind of it's actually developed by the same people as Genshin Impact, but it's like totally different. It's
like a space adventure game.
kind of it's this I think it's like this train that's. I think the train's like a spaceship basically, and it just travels through space to different planets.
Yeah, that's I think that's the game you're mentioning.
Yeah, and it's got a like old school turn-based a fighting system, which like I really enjoy the turn-based system in that particular game. I think it's a lot of fun. And even though like it's kind of like a gotcha game and that like you gotta like spend like points or whatever or no, you gotta spend like inside currency to get certain characters. Get all sorts of free characters that are actually pretty badass to begin with. Like, so I haven't been very successful actually like getting like these like custom characters and stuff that. But like, there's all sorts of like ways of earning free stuff and getting free characters, and like I got a free character for being in an event, which was the characters in the game were playing a. So within the game, the characters were playing their own video game, and then at the end of that event, I think it was that event where I ended up getting a free character at the end. The metal says space train, chugga chugga. Woo woo. Yeah, it's and check out
A
her
space
rotate
train
plane
original, anyways.
because Lorenzo spent all his free in-game currency on the stamina system instead of pulling for more characters. Well, I don't know. There are plenty of ways. There seem to be plenty of ways of gaining and getting currency. I just haven't made that many wishes. Hey, Yankee Kyle. Not sure if Yankee Kyle has a wrench. I need to figure this out. How I'm gonna.
I was just noticing this character looks too much like some supposed to be a throwaway character, but I gotta really fix all this. So yep.
Who is that kiddo?
Hmm?
Is that the throwaway character?
Yeah, it is the throwaway character. But what I'm working on now is a throwaway character. Basically, the story is kind of like the case. It's the case is kind of like taken from House of Wax. I don't know if you guys ever seen that one with the Prince of Price. That's kind of the story, or kind of the case for this one. But the overall idea. But the overall idea of the story of the series is basically a young detective meets a muse, which is like the equivalent of an angel, and is considered a pillar of the universe, like many of our other angels. So the idea is that she deals with a lot of supernatural cases, dealing with things that go bump in the night and whatnot have you, and on top of the regular cases. So it's kind of like, I don't know if you ever seen the manga Detective Conan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to strive to be, right? Kind of that kind of thing. The idea was to kind of have an 80s aesthetic for the series, or at least that was my idea. Is kind of have this 80s aesthetic clothing and look, and so just got to going around changing the way and changing how things work and making sure this stuff works. But so far, I haven't yet to fix to settle on a look for characters because I keep changing the design of the character too much. It's a case of never being satisfied with what I had designed the first time because I keep redesigning so much. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting anything done. So because I'm doing it again, I'm redesigning stuff again. And it's but at the same time, because I realized I also didn't fix any of the other characters when I changed the models again, so they all look kind of weird now, and not universal to anything. Because I redid this page, and this was the original page. So instead of being this one shot where you're just getting this one panel of speech, you're getting more conversation with this character before you don't see him again. So, but the biggest thing is that I went to this ending too quick, to this kind of thing too quick, and I may end up moving the pages to something else. So right now it's just me trying to fill out the chapter a little bit better instead of trying to be too quick. Because I think my problem is right now is that I'm so used to having to rapid fire storytelling that I'm not taking time to tell a story. So I'm trying to kind of bring it back a bit, slow down, so that have more victims show up and have more things happen before any of the main characters get affected in some way and get the reveal of the muse and what have you. So kind of have that build toward it. So maybe take at least 2 chapters to tell this one whole story, or this one whole particular storyline for this for the beginning of this comic. Introduce more of the cast and what have you. And we're still waiting for Lorenzo to return. Lorenzo!
Yeah, where he's gone. Time to move on. You're now the new host.
Well, I'm the co-host, so. But yeah, this is my story. This is my story idea, and I'm trying to work on it. It's like I even wrote in well, kind of little bit of an Easter egg where we kind of see the bad guy and her supernatural minion, and they're talking. So the idea is that there are muses, there are devils, and then there's everything in between. So this is one of those in between characters. They're in between demon type characters. Welcome back, Lorenzo.
Well, thanks, Yankee Kyle, for sharing the stream to your community tab. So the Metal says his favorite character in Honkai Star Rail is one of the newer ones, and she is a debt collector that fights with her interdimensional pet pig.
Pet pig.
What's his name again? I'm trying to remember.
Not the answer, but I know.
There's all sorts of trial characters where even if you don't have the character, you can at least try it out. There's one that has like this giant chicken, I think, that goes into battle.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think I broke her neck.
Mom, to describe the game, 'cause I have a hard time really even describing it. It's pretty cool. Sorry, what were you guys talking about?
Oh, my comic. I'm trying to.
What-
I'm trying to fix this darn thing again.
Or is this your own, your very own?
This is my very own. Oh, I finished that one.
Okay.
Hang
I
on.
know it's
I'll give you guys a preview. There's no dialogue to it, but and then
so.
I've been playing more with the grayscale.
Which one is this? Is this the Detective Muse comic?
No, this one here is the pretty vacant stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't really see too well on the screen.
So anything right now, all this ink stuff is the pretty vacant stuff.
Yeah, I plan on switching to some much better equipment for this. Welcome, dogs and pups.
Yeah. So this is one of those the mini comics that he likes to do, and so it's kind of short and to the point. Mine, on the other hand, I need to. Right now, I'm just going back and refixing a lot of the anatomy issues I'm having with some of these models or some of these characters, and like I was telling Dragon, what I'm doing now is I'm I guess what I got used to is telling short stories rather quick. So it's kind of 1, 2, 3, kind of like this little eight page mini that I did, and so I got too used to telling a story too quick. So my pace was too short. I guess my pacing was too short and telling the story. So what I'm doing now is I'm stretching out my story And so have a little more victims for the story, have a little more of the characters show, cast and crew show up, and just kind of form the world as I'm going. And then
Hey, dogs and pups. I'm not
hey,
sure.
Dr. Buck,
Can anybody see in the YouTube chat what?
what the emoji
Yeah,
is? Because we can't read that. We apologize, but we can't read we can't read those emojis for some reason.
yeah.
It doesn't
So,
become an emoji on our end. We see it. We see hand, pink waving hand, pink waving hand,
yeah,
pink waving hand. That's what
it,
we see.
yeah, it's highlighted on the screen. That happens a lot. So I think the other people in the YouTube chat should see it. So, but does dogs and pups have a wrench?
I do not know. I think you did.
He should because
Because Pups and Dogs has been here for has been showing up to a couple of your streams for a while now. So
yeah,
so they should have had him had the power.
yeah, dogs and pups definitely should have wrench.
Yeah, Dog should have the power. I have the power.
Yeah,
I
and
have the power.
oh, okay. Well, thanks. And thanks for letting me know. And wait, I said he. I'm sorry. Like I can't keep track of.
Everybody.
I can't.
It's fine, dude. It's fine to ask. I don't. As long as nobody badgers
right.
about it.
I,
No.
this is what it's like. So I think. So you guys were talking earlier about like a Doctor Who, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, what I don't get is the person said that their pronoun was the definite article, and the definite. So an article is different from a pronoun, I believe. So I mean, like, far I'm seeing from like from a scholarly linguistic standpoint, the definite pronoun in English is the.
Yep.
And so, like, it's kind of like I think in like so in Arabic, it's like I think it's al. Like so we got the word alchemy or alchemist, which was
Hey,
where we get the term. Yes, which is like the we like is where we actually get the word chemist and chemistry from. But the L part is or I think al is probably how it was originally pronounced. Well, that means the. And I believe in Hebrew it's ha or ha.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is like
or what is it? There's a few of them in Spanish. It's like what is it? El, la, and los.
Yeah, los.
Articles.
Because the thing is like we don't use the X in the language. So we don't use it too often. There's not too many words in Spanish that have an X in the beginning or at the end.
Oh, with the Latin X, yeah, I've heard that. Yeah,
that's why the Latina X, the whatever they want to call it, doesn't work, and it's actually more offensive because it's just as offensive to. It's offensive because it's essentially taking the language of where most Mexicans come from and just kind of turning it on its head. The linguistics doesn't match up, and people are like literally trying to point out that's not how it works. This is why we use Latino, and because Latino is pretty much, it can be middle of the road. I think people are just trying too hard to make things, just change rules for no reason. You know what I mean? And then so there's no.
I'm too shed hot talks.
Yeah, that's why people in Mexico are like, yeah, we're not gonna call your thing X. We're just gonna call it Twitter.
but like what I don't understand is so for decades now we've had the Latin Grammys,
Hmm.
And so why not in English just use the term Latin for? I mean, are there people who call them, or is that considered a slur?
Okay, say that again, because you're a robot, dude.
Oh gosh, I need to restart again.
No, you're fine. We'll just go on, dude.
Latin. What about the term Latin? Isn't that gender neutral?
Yeah, Latin. That's
Like
gender neutral. That's the
Latin,
biggest
That's
gender
the
neutral word
Latin
you can use.
to a language.
yeah, but like
No.
for like say, because Latino, isn't it like
Latinos for male, Latinas for ladies. Latin is for
yeah,
like
but isn't it
it's like say Mexicano or Mexicano, Mexicano, Mexicana. Mexicanos for men, Mexicanas for women.
hey,
But it's
KPJ?
just the thing is that a lot of the words are gender specific, and it's like.
But wasn't it like originally like Latin Americano, or what was
Americano.
what was the full?
Because
And then it was short to.
we were once upon a time we were Mexican American.
I mean, we could just say like Latin American or Latin, and then there's no need for an X because the X isn't, that's not really Spanish, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, the X is not very prominent in words, in most Mexican words. Like, because I sat there as my mom and like my dad was mercilessly mocking the darn thing.
But like the consonant cluster, you got I mean, I don't think Spanish has that many words that end in two consonants like that either.
No.
Did it have any CHs or SHs?
I wonder how
I know they use those. So they tend not to really end anything but or. Because no, it's going off Latin.
Well, please like and share the stream. Yeah, I would just use the word Latin.
Yeah, just use the word Latin. Latino. How's it going, Latin person? There you go.
Yeah, I don't understand why that, and because that's
I don't understand why they can't say with that concept. I don't know where the
gender neutral than that.
Yeah, I don't understand where that X concept came from.
Yeah.
It's kind of insulting, you know.
I remember, I don't know if it was in the 90s when I started seeing like the Latin Grammys, and it's like, oh, there's this cool. I think it was a different show, but it was like, well, here's this cool show with all these different genres of music.
Yeah.
From across Latin, you know.
Yeah, it might have been the Johnny Canales show that you saw, because he was pretty big for having a lot of acts come on his show. If you ever hear the host go, "You got it, take it away," that was the Johnny Canales show.
I'm not sure if I've seen that, but I remember there being. I think there was a separate Latin Grammys show on TV. Maybe it still is. I don't really watch TV. I don't watch any.
Well, I don't watch so much TV either, but yeah, because it just kind of sounded like like you were talking about the Johnny Canales show. I was like, okay, I think that's what you're talking about, dude.
But I'm talking about there's actual like.
Because I know there's a Grammy award show for Latin music. Yeah, and usually it televised on Telemundo or Mundo Vista or whatever it was called at the time.
But I didn't get Telemundo. I'm talking about like, I think it's hard because I'm on my phone. Hard for me to look it up, but it's just talking about. I thought there was a Latin Grammy Awards show that would be on once a year. Just like there was like the English speaking Grammy Awards. There were the Latin Grammys.
Yeah, the Latin Grammys.
Yeah, and so I just remember that's where it's like, oh, so this is. I think that's where I first heard the term Latin music. So it's like, and that was gender neutral.
Yeah.
It's like, so why add an extra letter and then pretend it's
I have no clue what it
No,
is.
the new thing they do is to add a ooh at the end.
and I think it's only one. I think it's only like 1% of. Could be less than 1% of like.
Well, less of 1% of the world is
Imagine
LGBTQ plus whatever.
Term.
So basically, the people are so worried about offending like 0.01% of the Earth's population.
Did they end up pissing off the entire Spanish-speaking crowd?
Yeah, well, isn't it like I've heard it's like people are like maybe like third or fourth generation or something, and then they use this term and they have no real connection.
The only
Well, that you will be implying that
all people that know ties to their actual culture.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
and
you know,
can't,
fake Hispanic, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
people that you should even call you know, they're not Hispanic. They're only Hispanic by DNA, not by culture. Oh, they're just paying lip service to it.
Yeah, I know, because I guarantee once it's reaches use ones, they're gonna stop using it. It's like, oh,
well,
come on, guys.
I can understand that it can be really difficult to hold on to one's culture.
It's just right now. It's just a lot of posers, just like trying to, I guess, impact culture when they should be impacting themselves. like you guys should be thinking about yourselves, not impacting culture. And then
yes,
I guarantee you,
me generation.
Yeah, but
so, no, me. Everything is opponent to me. It's me. And we see it throughout television. You know, those ratty children that applauded.
Okay,
like, have you ever seen the new? If you ever seen the new Power Rangers, the Lesbian Ranger, because is all about herself. Her tragic backstory, she had to borrow her mother's clothing. That's her tragic backstory.
Oh, he first goes around. Well, there's Lesbian Ranger. I might actually watch this.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's toxic. She's selfish, self-centered, bratty.
So I think
and the thing is, the Ranger whose world was devastated by the monsters of the week, and the Ranger that never knew her parents feels sorry for her. It's like, I'm so victimized. I don't always get my way.
So I think this is why people are turning to genuine Japanese entertainment, because I assume this is like some sort of Western.
But the thing is, because she's a lesbian, she's a good character. It doesn't matter if she has more flaws.
But wait a second. So this is American. This is not like the super. This is not Super Sentai, or what is it called?
No, I think this is. I think this would be a good case study. A good case study of good writing, bad writing, because you can have a character that that's lesbian, that's straight, whatever.
Yeah, because
as long as you write the character,
LGBT plus Ranger.
Yeah,
there's lots of lesbian, gay, and like all sorts of diverse characters in Japanese media.
Yeah, it's up and down, back and forth, left and right. But the thing is that those characters are written correctly. Yeah, I mean, because if they're trying to normalize something, the key to normalizing something is like, oh, we're gonna talk about this for a second, and then just keep going. You don't sit there.
Yeah, the best way to describe her character is a joke Sue, because everyone just bends over backwards to appease her.
It's weird.
And then they'll, I'm so victimized, because like in one episode, they've come across this jeep from a abandoned military base.
Mm-hmm.
She finds a box, like, find us people. Find us what? And then she explains what it is to the Gold Ranger, who's an alien. And then she gets to find out, like, oh, it's a dog hollow, which it wasn't. Then he finds another box with a bunch of money. And it's like, ooh. and he's like finals keeper, and she's all pissed off because he won't share the money he finds. It's like you want to share what you found. Well, that's just a dog color. No, the point is you didn't want to share, so he's not going to share with you.
And you're getting mad at him for no reason when you set the stipulation
And
yourself.
this isn't even the episode where she is
this is like
whole lesson of the week.
Yeah,
it's
like
his lesson. But
the problem with this sounds like it's not about. It sounds like it's not about. The problem isn't that it's a lesbian character or a queer character or whatever.
But that's why people like it. That's the only reason.
Or a female character or anything like that. The problem is that it's the people
She's terrible.
are writing it with they're not writing. They're writing it kind of like
they're writing like they're 5-year-olds. Okay,
a lot of people, the people who are like sane individuals, can't identify with.
See, that's
Or they even rephrase things. They're. I mean, you could.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem is that
or you should say rational individuals.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's like they're constantly writing these characters like they're nuts, you know. And I was like,
and that's not me slamming on people who have mental illnesses. I'm on the autism spectrum, and some people, that's like some people say that's a mental illness. Some people say it's a cognitive, whatever.
That's whatever they may call it.
Maybe it depends on the individual, how it affects them.
Well, because the thing is the way they're writing the character like a spoiled brat.
I'm just saying that this is not written in a the character's not behaving in a rational manner. There's nothing.
Yeah, because what happens is her mother was making her and her girlfriend's prom outfits. They accidentally get switched. She assumes her mother just doesn't want her to, get her way. So she throws out the dress, and then her girlfriend texts her with a picture of her outfit. And the mother just forgives her.
This doesn't sound.
Yeah, this is the one where we learn that about her.
That's jumping the shark so hard enough.
Yeah, like I said, no matter what she's do, she's always in the right. Heck, there's this one woman that was scamming people by, she was like training them, but she thinks that because Izzy's the only one that will go to making the Olympics because she's the perfect girl. She's special.
So there's no.
Even when they try to show that she's not a Mary Sue, they still show she's a Mary Sue because it's like, oh no, she's having trouble for class.
Can you guys hear me at all?
But by the end,
yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of code of conduct to being a Power Ranger? Is there supposed to be some sort of honor code?
There's supposed to be a code of conduct as far as being a ranger. From what it sounds like, really. I don't think she's following any of that code of conduct whatsoever, according to how the show has presented itself quite a few times.
In the only episodes of Whoa, but
have to have some sort of self-discipline or something to be part of the Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really know as much about that series because it was kind of on when I don't know. I at the time I didn't quite appreciate the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when that came about. I didn't quite appreciate it because I had heard that it was like, okay, there's some Japanese actors in the suits, and then that's Americanized and stuff, and so I just didn't really get into it. Plus, it seemed like maybe it was aimed at people a little bit younger than me. I don't know. I might have misunderstood it as that. I watch plenty of things that are like all ages or whatever. So for some reason, I just never got into it. So, but I would think you would, if you're on a team like that, I would think there would be some sort of rules of etiquette. Hey,
yeah, James. But they just forgive her about everything she does.
So she's forgiven
she
every
lies
time
to the group because, okay, I know what to do because she has to defuse a bomb. It's like, oh yeah, I know what to do. I totally got this. And she just ends up, even though she wasn't even confident she could do it. But because see the fact that she's the jokester, she does it anyways. It's like
Yeah, so this
it
is
is like,
what
oh, you gave up going to this college you want to because you want to focus saving the world. You're such a good person. Yes, no, she's not. Because if she doesn't
yeah,
save the world, help save the world, then there's no wouldn't be a college to go
welcome,
to.
folks. The links in the like. I think I've got the link pinned in the description now. So yeah, if anybody wants to join the panel. Well, so this just sounds like really horrific writing. I
Yeah,
mean,
it sounds like some.
um,
It's like somebody's just exercising their childhood trauma on writing, and
oh, he did
instead of getting without any of the pushback that came with said childhood, and then because it just sounds like I want to be able to do this, and this, and nobody tell me not a damn thing. Like, yeah, that's not how life works.
Yeah. Because like I said, no matter how bad she acts, they just automatically forgive her. She doesn't have to give up anything. And if she does, she just steals on it better because, oh yeah, she becomes valedictorian and gets into a nice college anyways.
And so we're talking about the Power Rangers. Which incarnation of the Power Rangers is this?
Dino Fury.
Dino Fury.
Yeah, pretty much after all
Like,
PM, it's been going downhill.
please like and share the stream. Good stuff. Do you have a wrench? If not, I can give you one. So, is this on TV or is this the movie or what's?
Sounds like
It's
it's on Netflix.
Oh, okay, that explains things. Yeah, if something's on Netflix and it's an original series, I just assume by default that it's going to be bad. And if I hear good things about it, I'm pleasantly surprised. So, have you guys like? Are there? I think we talked about RoboCop earlier. Have you guys been hearing about anything like cool going on, like with movies or games, TV shows, or whatever? Also, my audio does sound weird. I was wondering.
Are you under the sea again?
What? When? Where? Why? How? Maybe.
It sounds like
He
Lorenzo's
disappeared again.
underwater.
Yeah, it's probably here. Okay, so this thing I'm gonna have to change.
Yeah. I don't know if Disney continues to have bombs in the movie theaters. I'm pretty sure that company's going to go under.
Well, if they can correct their writing and stop trying to fill everything, fill the year of brim to brim with stuff that's not required, then
But
maybe
they want that beautiful EGS money. And they probably want, and not to mention, let's face it, it's probably all going part of the plan to get that EGS money, devalue the stock, and sell it to Apple.
Yeah. I don't even think Apple wants it. I probably won't at this point.
I want it. Heck, if I owned stock, I would demand. I would have kicked out along with the rest of the board for incompetency and probably sue them. Well, not doing what's the best for the stockholders.
Yeah. Well, I guess I would probably if I bought the company, I would take the company private, throw out all the shareholders as CEOs, start looking into the company and start deleting positions that are not required or not needed, and just start seeing where everything just kind of went off the wheels, and then just pull back on the slate and not release, try not to release so many things, or try to make things not so expensive, because like Top Gun Maverick was not an expensive movie, and it made it, not only made its money back, it made it then some. We're waiting for Lorenzo to come back. So it's Dragon, and I guess you can call me Tech. Good stuff.
There's someone in the back. I don't have the
know. Yeah, I can't let them in, or I can't let anybody in until Lorenzo comes back. There we go.
back in black.
We're just having technical difficulties all day. Lorenzo.
How's this?
There you go.
I forgot last time that Chrome's Chrome itself didn't end up working out too well with StreamYard. I'm using a different Chromium browser. I'm not going to say what. I'm just not going to say it on air. But I'll just say it's Chromium based.
Right.
So this is clearer. So I restarted my phone and then I logged in a different browser.
Right. No worries.
The interesting thing is, like, yeah, I think StreamYard thinks this is the same browser though. So it's a little better now.
That's the case.
It says coyotes howling out back, creepy sound. Oh, that sounds good now. Much better. Oh, the coyotes, that sounds interesting. A little more better. Huh.
Coyote. Will you? Okay, so.
And if you like what you're seeing, please like and share the stream. It really helps. It really helps get the word out. Earlier today, I went in StreamYard and set up the show. It took a few minutes for it to show up on YouTube.
Oh, that's weird.
Or I couldn't even find it on YouTube. I had to go through StreamYard, and there was some sort of option to view it on YouTube, which I didn't even know that it had that feature. And that's so. I'm just glad that anyone was able to find this stream, because I didn't know if I was shadow banned or what was going on. I think it took a little while, and it did, and then it showed up. I mean, it became so that you could just type Lorenzo Sleestak and find the stream. But it was weird. It took longer than normal.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm not used to there being a delay like that. The coyotes trying to get my dogs? Oh no. But my beagle keeps them out of the yard. That's interesting.
A lack of self-preservation. That's
So coyotes, are they just closely related to wolves, or type of wolves, technically?
I believe so. Let's see. Yeah, wolves are just wolves. Coyotes are a type of canine, or a type of dog, I guess.
Wait, but aren't But they're all in, like, the dog.
Mm.
Oh,
They're all
interesting.
canine. I think canine is the family of her dogs and wolves and what have you. I believe.
Oh yeah, they're like canids or they're.
Yeah, because they're different. They're
I think there's
because it's not just coyotes, wolves, and dogs. There are other like prairie dogs and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's
Foxes.
well, there's
could be considered canine.
there's the pariah dogs, I think they're called, that are in trying to think. I'm trying to think if they're like in India or like maybe Africa. And then there's like in Australia, there's dingoes. There's the
Okay,
I don't know if it was a Papua New Guinea singing dog, which is like a dingo. But those are a little but those that I think that I mentioned there's a Canaan dog. I think they're a little further away from the domestic dog, though.
It's got Canidine. CANIDAE.
Oh, okay.
EAE. Basically, it's an order of.
I don't know if I pronounced that right, but yeah, it's interesting because I was reading about dingoes. I have a friend who had a dingo mix. You know, as part dog, part domesticated dog, part dingo.
We
But I
once had
think
a.
dingoes
We once
actually
had
have
a. We once had a dog. It was a It was part German Shepherd, part no, I think it's no, not German Shepherd. It was like golden. It's kind of like a golden retriever, but it kind of looked more like a husky, kind of like a mix in between.
Oh, those sled dogs too. Those are like the I think they're in the Nordic Spitz category or Spitz, or I don't know how that's pronounced. They're
because it's crazy. Because if I remember correctly, this dog chewed through freaking. He chewed through an aluminum pail bucket.
oh, take care, good stuff. Thanks for stopping
Thanks for
by.
coming by, man. Yeah, he chewed through an aluminum.
My baby. So yeah, I think those sled dogs might be descended from like some real ancient, like kind of.
Yeah, it just depends on the breed, I guess.
Like kind of like a different kind of. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it seems like maybe those are kind of like some of those like the sled dog types might
You're still roboting, dude.
kind of like their own kind of have had their own kind of evolutionary path, kind of like with like the dingoes or the pariah dogs that I was mentioning, but different.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a picture of the dog.
They might be closer to. They might act. I mean, I think they're classified as just like dogs, but they say, but they're. I think they were very unique in the because if they were like, and I know some people don't say this is politically correct, but if like they were like bred by like, oh, I'll skip it. I'll just say the native peoples of the north, like around the Arctic Circle. That's quite secluded from, I think, where like say the European domesticated dogs, or even like I think a lot of the Asian. I don't know. I think so, but some of the. Well, even here in America, we've got an American type dingo type dog. Some people call it the Carolina dog,
Yeah.
and I think they're actually related to dingoes. And I heard dingoes, something like maybe this guy could be wrong, but I think they might go into eat like a different time than like say a lot of dogs, like all of the domesticated dogs. I mean, they're like a slightly different, like I don't know if they'd be considered species or subspecies of kind of like
I
a
don't know.
wolf and I don't know. I think most dogs though are genetically closer to wolves than to like say a dingo.
Yeah, they should be more genetically closer to wolves and yeah, more closer to
Yeah,
wolves.
sled dogs might be kind of that way. Like maybe they're like if you go back far enough, they're probably based on whatever wolves are like up in the Arctic region. I think that's the case. And like if you like, and a lot of them kind of do look like wolves. I think they're like a husky. They're not a they're not a wolf, and I don't think they've been like wolves for like thousands of years. But like they definitely share some sort of common ancestor.
No, I mean because like well because German shepherds are kind of the same way too. They're kind of like huskies and
That's interesting.
yeah, because
Yeah,
German shepherds.
they
There's
have some
also the Belgian dog. Belgian. It's a breed of a dog that kind of looks similar to the German Shepherd.
Oh, yeah, goat pan and suntan.
Like their differences is that they have their coat is thinner than German Shepherds. They're smaller, but they're faster.
Don Coyote.
Don Coyote.
Yeah.
Don Coyote.
So yeah, I'm pretty fascinated by all these like different varieties of dogs and how they made it. Oh, a lot of them.
As a kid, I wanted not a German Shepherd, a Golden Retriever. That's what I wanted as a kid. A German Golden Retriever. But the thing is that my parents couldn't afford a dog like that. Yeah. You know.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
No, my parents couldn't afford a Golden Retriever. Not to mention the Golden Retriever. You gotta take that. You gotta take that dude everywhere, man.
I was gonna say those things. Those dogs are energetic. One time, the retrievers and the labs.
Mm-hmm.
So the Labrador retrievers and the golden retrievers, they both seem pretty energetic. Like
but
it's like maybe I don't know. Maybe some of them are like into playing frisbee or whatever, but like it seems like you gotta like really keep them busy, or else or they'll find a way of keeping themselves busy from.
Yeah, no, like I said, like the dog we did pick up, but I think it was a stray, and then
Pups. Good.
and like someone just brought it to us, and we try to have it. Just that my dad eventually got tired of it breaking stuff.
What type of dog was this?
I'm not actually sure because it kind of looked like a cross between a German Shepherd and a Golden Retriever. It kind of looked like in between.
The one you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, because the ears were kind of pointing like that, but it had a smaller snout. and it had black fur on the back, but it was too small to be a German Shepherd. That was the thing.
Huh.
And that's
It's interesting. Yeah, there's those. That's yeah. Love dogs aren't necessarily just one breed anyway.
because the tail was kind of because the tail kind of looked like a that you would see in a husky. It had that kind of poof on the bottom of the tail, that kind of spiked tail, and kind of looked like a saw.
As much as people talk about like you don't want to go to like a backyard breeder or whatever, but sometimes like a mod might actually be turn out to be a pretty healthy dog. Sometimes not, you know. Sometimes it can have a lot of health problems, and sometimes they could be possibly healthier than a purebred dog because you know they got
and like I said, it just depends.
Diversity or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't stain the carpet. Yeah, that can be an issue with.
Yeah.
Wanted the dog from Duck Hunt. I'm not sure what kind of dog that was. He mocks you. That he does. It's been a long time. I was just thinking about that game the other day. How first time I played that. That was the unique game. Hey TJ.
Hey,
You. What up, fellas?
Hey.
Go.
Shit, I ain't trying to see that. I know y'all can hear me. Hold on a second.
I can barely hear you, TJ, but I'm having a hard time hearing people today.
Yeah, he's having problems with the sound. So, you see him learn to himself again. That's the reason why.
Yeah, if I vanish and I'll be back.
Yeah, shit. I'm drunk in the bench. Hey, look. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? What's the word? What's the word?
I had a good Thanksgiving. My Black Friday sale, my Black Friday sale actually went pretty darn well. I had a lot of surprisingly, I got a lot more 3D stuff than 2D stuff, but that's fine. It's like, and then
Hold on. You talking about your business?
My business stuff. I was doing a Black Friday sale for art related work for both 2D and 3D stuff. So it basically was like $5 off of every type of commission I have. It was the exclusion of comic book pages. Those are still 70 a pop.
Salute. Okay. Damn. Salute. Anybody else? Anybody got some good news? Like, hold on a second. I'm drunk as a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you don't need to self-incriminate yourself again, dude, we're fine with it.
Yeah, man.
And please don't draw up, man.
Yeah, man. Damn. Okay. Salute, man. You know, a good Black Friday, man. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. So so my business did kind of well for this year because I wasn't expecting too much, mainly because inflation and so on and so forth. It was like shit.
Wait, do you ever draw any inflation? Did anybody ask for any inflation fetish stuff from you?
Never.
Okay, that's
I've never had that.
That's the only thing they haven't made into a waifu.
Yeah. So people ask for like statues and robots, but they don't ask for inflation.
Then I have to tell people like, hey man, if you want me to make a fan art thing of a set character, please look at the age of the character before you ask me, man. Because a lot of times they're getting manga characters or anime characters, and I'm like, please check the ages of these characters because sometimes they're like 16, 14, because Japan has no problem is telling the story, but most people seem to not understand that they start stories between 14 to 16 for most female characters and male characters sometimes. please be careful what
Well,
you're.
yeah, there's a lot of anime and manga that's popular in America that's
Yeah, because
aimed at like say high school kids or whatever.
yeah, it's aimed at high school
No,
kids.
like I've heard that like in Japan, like they'll have mangas that are just like, well, I know well, actually, that it's not there's no real plural or what, it's not really mangas, but anyway, there's like
I mean, even hentai has limitations to what they do. So.
Manga, and then there's there's this and that and the other thing. It's like there's so much of a wide variety, and I think we lost out on that when the Comics Code came into effect.
Yeah,
because
pretty
we
much.
have all sorts of different
Yeah.
comics besides superheroes. And it's cool that we have superhero comics, but we had like horror comics and we had romance comics.
Yeah, we had
German
we had horror comics. I do believe we had some some insane horror comics.
Yeah, it was some stupid German immigrant who blamed comic books for the way children were acting.
Yeah, it's just idiots who refuse to take
like,
responsibility for the kids acting like
German guy after World War II. It's like, okay, put him back, send him back.
I don't think we was idiots. We was just young and dumb. You know what I'm saying? We when we young and dumb, we just like you like chaos. You know what I'm saying? You like that shit. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was like, I don't think it's personal.
The science field is full of idiots who don't know what they're talking about. And this has been a thing for decades. It goes back to like the fact that the word caveman is a word is stupid because most humans never lived in caves.
All right, listen. I come here and I want to play stupid. I like playing stupid. You know what I'm saying? I like playing stupid for the fans and everybody out at the time. When you start saying things like that, I want to get serious. Let's have a conversation. But I'm not doing that. I'm playing stupid.
Well, we're mainly, I mean, because it's basically our first. This is the first show since Thanksgiving, so we should all just have fun.
Yeah.
To prove the fact that you shouldn't always trust the science, has anyone ever heard of the bone walls?
The what?
Bone walls.
I've never heard
you're gonna have to spell it out.
BONEWARS.
The Born Wars. I'm not sure.
They see a bunch of paleontologists,
the bone wars.
Fossils of dinosaurs, and just start putting together willy-nilly.
Bone wars? The bone wars?
So basically, you know how in one Pokemon, a bunch of the fossil Pokemon look weird?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talking about Pokemon.
Yeah, because because the reason they look weird is a reference to the bone walls, where scientists was like taking the head of one dinosaur, it's skull of one dinosaur, and it's stuck it onto another dinosaur's body. So they pretty much will create chimera using the bones for the fossils.
So a scientist took. Oh, come on, man! I'm trying.
So anyone
to
that
follow
was finding these things.
I'm trying to follow.
Pretty
So
much.
a scientist.
They didn't care about science. Like, oh, look what I found.
All right, fair enough. All right, I'm sorry. All right, fair enough. Bone wars. I got you.
Yeah. So they were just literally throwing together fossils from various dinosaurs and naming them.
We are honored you let us in. Mm-hmm. And we all got quiet.
Hey, Zo. I have this thing that follows me.
We call it a shadow.
Yeah, shadow. I got a shadow. I got a shadow that follows me. So when I get to talking, even if I'm not making sense, like people being quiet. And am I intimidating? I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Am I intimidating?
No.
Not intimidating.
Not
okay.
really. But we're just more concerned that you may accidentally say something you don't you may not have the context or the intention to. I think that's more our concern.
Hey, I slip up, I slip up, but fuck it. If it happens, it happens. And if I do slip up and say something, chances are, shit, I need to own the shit anyway. So I get that.
Yeah, I'm not really all that concerned. I think Danielle's more concerned.
Was you good? You self-incriminating yourself? That's what I'm worried about.
Guess what? Guess what I did today? Guess what I did today?
Hey, Billy Pormax, yo.
I bought some raw milk. I forgot about it. I need to get to it. I bought some raw milk, not pasteurized. Pasteurized milk is white. What I'm saying? It's white. Not racist, but the milk is white. It's like white. All right, so
Wait,
I
do you buy
bought
some of that blue milk from that
Kroger.
drinks?
Kroger, motherfucker. Kroger sells, I guess, unpasteurized milk, but it looks like eggnog. It looks like cream. It's not white. What I'm saying?
Really?
It's not pasteurized. Yeah.
Oh,
So look,
so this is
listen. I like milkshakes. I like milkshakes. Now I don't drink milk like some, but I like milkshakes. So I'm thinking and I got some Twix. I got seasoning. I end up buying some Twix seasoning. Trust me, I'm not lying to you. Twix seasoning.
It sounds like you had unpasteurized whole milk or something along those lines.
Yes, with some ice cream and some Twix seasoning. I can't wait to get to it. I'm thinking it's gonna be creamy. You know what I'm saying? Because the milk is like beige. Like regular milk is white. This milk is beige. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I don't think I've ever had raw milk.
Yep.
I didn't even think.
And now with my health issues, I'm kind of afraid to. But yeah, that's something now I don't dare try it. But it's something though that
It's
when you
out
have
of
a
Kroger.
proper immune system.
It's out of fucking Kroger. I've never went to, they don't sell in Food Line or Farm Fresh or whatever. They sell it in Kroger. It's a little section. And if you bring your bottles back, they give you like a refund on recycling the bottles or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got there yet, but it's like they sell like raw fucking milk, yo. Like raw milk. You know what I mean? The shit is like the color of eggnog.
Stuff that they have at some of the health food stores in my town.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I remember hearing about. I can't remember if it was the Food and Drug Administration or some branch of the government that was actually going around raiding places that was selling, milk just because it was being sold that way. Just because it was like raw milk and not pasteurized. I heard of health food stores.
Man, I'm gonna make a mean. I'm gonna make a mean milkshake.
Tells whether or not they believe that's
bro. Stop it. I'm gonna make a mean milkshake. I'm telling you, I'm thinking about the milkshake. And then I'm gonna put the raw milk in there, and then I'm gonna sprinkle the Twix shit in there, bro. Yeah. The raw. The only reason why I bought it. The only reason why I bought it is for the milkshake. Like I know. Because I'm thinking the milk. I'm thinking the milk got to be richer. It got to be richer than. You can see the difference in the color. Regular milk is like white, like absolutely white, and the raw milk, that shit beige in the mouth. It look creamy. You know what I'm saying?
Billy Max is asking what's wrong with white.
What's wrong?
No, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying,
He's kind of trolling.
It looked richer. The raw milk looked richer. Creamier, it looked richer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the pasteurized
my only concern would be bacteria and stuff like that,
Fuck it, man. You only live once.
That's but then again I have to be really careful with because I get kind of sick easily. But I have a compromised immune system, or immunocompromised, I guess it's called. So,
Yeah. Now we
oh,
got.
yeah, Eric, welcome. Eric and Boyd says we bought fresh raw milk with cream from the local dairy farmer when I was a kid, not pasteurized. It was awesome. Small town. And I know that's how. I know that's the old-fashioned way, but I don't know. Gosh, when I was a kid, I think I had powdered milk for a while when my
Yeah.
when my,
Yeah.
when my
I remember the Pottermore days. Hey, look, I remember the Pottermore days, motherfucker. I remember the Pottermore days.
yeah, when you're
Yeah.
going through tough times, that was like I think that was a cheaper way to go. Oh, you think all white people are rich? Billy says.
Yeah, no, I love how people were like, "Oh, white people." What they are.
Nah, that shit wasn't. It wasn't. Black people or white people. It was poor motherfuckers that had it and didn't
Yeah,
have. It was poor
like
motherfuckers. You know what I'm
He was
saying?
talking about the richness of he was joking around about the richness of unpasteurized milk.
ah,
All right.
Yeah,
all
that
right.
All right.
that's been ages. I don't remember that since like the 80s. I don't remember because I drank some of that back in the 80s, and I don't.
Yeah, man. Remember the white cans? They used to be like peanut butter, and that bitch would say like peanut butter on it. It'd be like absolutely white, and they say peanut butter, and then you have another white can. It'd be like, I'm trying to think. I remember peanut butter was a big one. Cheese. Nah, I
Or
don't
are you
think it was
talking about
too.
like the generic?
Yeah, generic
Oh
shit.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
the generic cans were like they used to be that they were just white label.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
not even like store brand. They were just like
A
just
white label,
generic.
like MREs, like in the military, like MREs and shit. That should say like peanut butter or say, yeah, yeah. I feel you. Yep. Hey, look, man, these sketches are ill, man. I like the sketches, man.
Thank you.
I,
I'm
Zoom
just,
in.
I'm just,
like.
I'm fixing anatomy issues and perspective on some of these pages, or redoing some of the panels. So
Well,
like
Eric and Boyd's asking some personal questions. Do Sleestaks drink milk
milk,
from humans?
No, they
white
drink
label.
human blood.
Hey, hold on, fellas. Have have you ever had breast milk? Have you ever
No,
tasted
I'm
breast?
not the. I'm not. Is it teal to male that drinks system breast milk?
I have no
Okay,
idea.
I got 5 kids, so in the process of 5 kids, the titties get real big and she lactate and whatever. It tastes like sugar water. It tastes like sugar. Breast milk is delicious. You know,
we
I
Okay,
just
got
wanted
we got a new quote.
a
yeah,
new
it's,
quote
it's
right there.
delicious.
We gotta mean that one somehow.
Yeah, I have 5 kids. Hey, the titties get real heavy. They get heavy as fuck. They get full of milk. They get full of milk naturally. They full of milk, man. They leak, man. And,
Wow, I,
it tastes like sugar water. It tastes like sugar water.
it's true indeed. Oh, white label asks Billy Barmax.
White label.
Yeah, yeah.
White label. Yeah,
I
man.
wish you'd make that racial. God, I
Yeah,
apologize
man.
for starting that about the breast milk.
Bro. Oh, girl, she used to love it, man. Look. Them titties get big. They had them blue veins. Them blue veins and shit, 'cause they get real big and heavy. Milk and shit. You know what I'm saying? They start leaking. Like they'll leak through their shirt. Like they'll leak through their shirt. So like they have a t-shirt on and they just ruin their shirt. Lactating. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get busy with it, man, and you suckle. You suckle. Feels like sugar water. I love it.
This is the educational part of the show.
The educational part
Ever
of the
made a
show.
peanut butter and jelly sandwich with butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon? Asks Billy Carmax.
Breast milk tastes like sugar water. The sexiest thing you can ever do is drink milk from your old lady's breast. And it tastes like sugar. It's sweet. It tastes delicious.
Please
Tastes
like
delicious.
and share the stream.
We'll take your
That's
word
one
for
of
it.
the more interesting ones.
Mm.
Yeah, that is. It makes sense that it would, because the kids that could be high in would be lactose probably. Eric and
Like,
since I've been educated.
say she got her shirt on, right? And whatever, right? And she got her
Yeah,
stomach's getting a little.
that's
First of all, they get mad clumsy. They get mad clumsy. So they like spill everything. You know what I'm saying? Pregnant women spill everything. They get their balance get thrown off. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, they get hungry to eat weird shit, but their balance get thrown off. So they get mad clumsy. You know what I'm saying? So they have on a shirt, and the shirt would be like Mexicans, just it is what it is. It's part of being pregnant. It's a beautiful thing. And then one of the other things is they will lactate through that same shirt. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a beautiful thing, man. When women, it's a beautiful thing, dog. And they get very clumsy, man. Very clumsy, dog.
he's sticky.
And yeah. Mhm.
There's somebody named Sticky Art, and then he's got another channel called Sticky Art Shorts. I'm not sure. Did the Sticky Art Shorts channel take off more than the Sticky Art channel? Sometimes somebody creates two channels, and one of the channels, for whatever reason, ends up becoming the more popular channel. So, so that was an interesting story, EJ.
Yeah. I mean, man, I'm sitting here thinking about it, man. It's cute, man. A pregnant woman is a beautiful thing, man. Like, it's real cute, man. They get like their nose get bigger. They get big stomach. You know what I'm saying? Titties get heavy. Their nose spread. They get hungry. You know what I'm saying? Their balance get thrown off. It's it's
I
cute,
never
man.
even thought about the balance thing, but yeah, that would make sense. But all of a sudden, somebody goes through a big weight fluctuation.
Yeah. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
they have they fuck it up. The shirt got 1,000 stains on it. You know what I'm saying? And they get mad about it, and they get mad because they got and women are like she'll go like say she went to like Hardee's, say she was working, she go to Hardee's, she go through the drive-through, all the women to give her like free fucking food. They give her free food because women,
Oh,
because yeah, it is. It's a girl thing. You know what I'm saying? So the girls get free food and shit. You know what I'm saying? They get clumsy and it's a beautiful thing, man. The nose get fucking big, man. And I know you don't want to hear this one. That cooch swell up, bro. Yikes. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
well, that's definitely interesting. This is kind of like when Johnny Carson would have an educational guest on back
And
in
he
the
just goes on.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I forgot about the cooch.
Remember
I
Johnny?
forgot, bro. I would talk about clumsiness. I forgot about the cooch. Bro, that cooch swell up, you get fat and wet. But you know, yeah, that is a perk. That is it get fat and wet. Yeah, but never mind. I'm shutting up.
Well, that's definitely interesting information. So yeah, I've been studying humans for a long time, and I'll add this to my body of research. So prove helpful if I ever make it back to the land of lost. I can file a report on this. So what are you drawing now, Daniel?
Redrawing some panels. Mainly, I'm just redrawing the villain again, or just redrawing the panel. I think I have too many characters with long hair, so I'm gonna have to figure out something.
Interesting.
So basically, like I was saying earlier, this is I recognize I was going too fast through my story, so I'm going to stretch it out, take longer, and have more victims for the story, and yeah, just kind of take it a more
I
slower
think
pace.
pregnant pussy. Fuck it, we all grown, man. I think pregnant pussy might be the best pussy ever. I don't know if you never had it. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? No, I my, I also um outside of. I think pregnant pussy is the best pussy ever, bro. Like for real, for real, for real, like for real. Like on the scale of pregnant pussy is delicious. Am I weird for thinking that?
I'm not sure how to answer that question.
Hey, look, I just found out today, well, about 4 days ago, Doja Cat. I don't listen to music. So like for years, I listen to like either an audiobook or like Joe Rogan or something like a podcast. I don't listen to the radio at all. I don't listen to the radio at all. So if anything, I might listen to 90s hip hop or something, but that's few and far between. I don't listen to music. But I somehow stumbled across Doja Cat. And I remember Ethan was like kind of saying she was dope or whatever. And I stumbled across the. Now I know that the new shit is on some devil shit, but being that I never listened to her, I was like, listen to her old shit. Bro, I like Doja Cat. Yo, I think I like Doja Cat, man. Like for real, man. Like her old shit.
I don't
I
know
fuck
much
with
about
Doja Cat.
her. I've heard the name.
Yeah, I was just
Never.
like you. I was just like you until 3 days ago. I did a dive. I did a dive. I did a Google dive and listened to her music, man. She won a Grammy she won a Grammy and the whole type of shit, man. I fuck with Doja, yo. She's yo, like old Doja, like a music, and she was sexy as a bitch. New Doja, this bitch bald headed and look like she's a bishop for the devil. I don't know about that one. It's sad. It's sad. Like Doja now, yikes. But old Doja, man, I get it, bro. I get it. I just want to say that.
Wait, like her appearance has changed, or music, or both?
I'm guessing he's going with both.
Huh.
Well, I'm gonna jump off. Enjoy another stream. Bye.
Well, thanks for
Later.
joining us, Reagan.
I think her the new her, I don't know, but from what the new her is, it's pretty. It looks bad, you know what I'm saying? It looks satanic. It is what it is. Fuck it. I'm gonna say, it looks satanic, it sounds satanic. But the old her was mad dope, bro. And mad sexy too. But the new her, man, it's almost like a you can use it as a here and now, like a if you were talking to somebody, if people be like, well, people don't sell their soul or whatever. I'm not saying soul to soul, but old Doja and Doja now, yikes. Yikes, bro. Yikes, bro. She used to be, and look, she used to be nice. When I'm talking about, I'm talking about thick, I'm talking about sexy, bro. You know, I ain't talking about the music was bumping, won the Grammy, but she was like, she had the figure, man.
And then he goes,
Yo, man, bro, I'm
he's
telling you,
been
man. Yo, man, I was diving, man. I didn't know. I like music. You know what I'm saying? Can't yo, and she, I don't know about y'all, man. I'm weak to sexy women, like like thighs and legs, and a little waist and all that. Like y'all draw like Rogue, if you used to draw
yeah.
Rogue, and shit. So I'm weak to that shit, man. So I love it. Delicious, bro, delicious. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking. My bad. I'm talking. I'm drunk. I'm talking. My bad.
Oh, no worries.
I think if I had to pick, who's your favorite comic book bitch? Mine is, you would think it would be Storm, but it ain't Storm. It's
Mm-hmm.
either Rogue or Psylocke.
It's usually Rogue. Start off with Rogue, so that's usually been my character.
What about Psylocke?
Her too, but it's like it was mainly been Rogue, so I just wish I had more statues for that character.
Hey yo, Zoe, who's your comic book bitch?
Not sure. I'm not sure what you mean, dude.
Zoe. No, I'm asking Zoe. Zoe is gone. You would think
Yeah.
it'd be Storm. I thought it was Storm. When Storm had the mohawk back in the '80s, I'm old. It was
Well,
fly.
okay. I take it back. So it would be Rogue, Psylocke, and Dazzler.
Ooh, Dazzler. Okay.
Yeah.
Storm. Okay. Storm, Rogue. I gotta pick a third. Storm. Yeah, not Storm. A fucking Rogue, Psylocke, and who's the third?
There you
I
go.
ain't go Dazzler. I can't go Dazzler. That's your Dazzler is you. Dazzler is you. Emma Frost.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure my audio's not messed up.
Yo, Zoe. Who's your top three comic book bitches?
Top what?
Your
Top three.
your top Marvel or DC female character that you like most.
Oh, I forgot about
I don't
DC.
know.
I forgot about DC. I ain't never been a DC. You know what I'm saying? Wonder Woman. I slide Wonder Woman in that guess. You know what I'm saying? But she is Wonder Woman. But look, what I was saying is, me, Rogue. Like, I'm being for real with you. The way when I was a young boy, Rogue, they drew Rogue like they drew Rogue very voluptuous. You know what I'm saying? Rogue.
The X-Men had like it's kind of funny because they have the word men in it, but like
They had a lot of women in it.
were like all really hot. I mean,
Well, I mean, when the team
with the X-Men cartoon, not
when the team first started, when the team first started, I think there was more male characters. When the team first started, there were more male characters than there were female characters.
Well, that's
the reason for the X-Men part.
So I'm saying like Roger Rabbit, like Jessica Rabbit. We all, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Cartoon type shit, little boy type shit, cartoon shit, right? Rogue was number one, as a little boy and thinking about, cartoon bitches. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Rogue, Psylocke, Give me yours. Give me yours. Give me yours, though.
I don't know. There's so many, and let's see.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Let's see.
Is Rogue number one? Was Rogue number one? Because it seems like Rogue was number one. I don't. They did Rogue something mean, yo. Go ahead. Listen.
So I'm trying to think of like start naming some of the ones from the X-Men.
All right, you got Rogue, you got Psylocke, you got Emma Frost, you got Mystique, but she was blue. So fuck Mystique, she was blue. Which is weird because she can turn anybody, so we leave her alone. I go Jessica Rabbit, you know what I'm saying, from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. She was very voluptuous. You know, as a kid, I'm smart as a kid. You know. I'm trying to think. Cartoon bitches.
Somebody was so a buddy of mine went to jail and like there was a discussion apparently when he was in jail with another one of his cellmates about Wilma
Storm.
versus Patty.
Velma?
Yeah, Wilma versus Betty. Which one was hotter?
Oh no. I'm gonna go with Wilma. Betty. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that's tough because Fred was an asshole. Fred Flintstone was an asshole, and Barney Rubble was a sidekick, and Barney like rolled with Fred. Wilma was a ride or die bitch, and Betty was too. But I gotta go with Wilma. Well, Wilma was ride or die, dog. And Fred was a dick.
Yeah, I never really thought
But
about it, but he was pretty rude to Barney, wasn't he? Was that the deal? Was he like rude to, or who was rude to everybody?
You know
right?
what? Now that I think about it, I'm gonna go with Betty because Betty had black hair. She rocked with Barney. Barney was short. Barney was short. When he was short, Barney was like 4'2", and I'm gonna go with her. Hey,
Did Fred have a bad temper? I'm trying to remember because
Fred
it's
was
been
an ass.
decades since I watched the Flintstones. Decades.
Fred was an ass.
You know, I
think
think I saw a clip of some sort of like remake or something that I don't remember who was going to make a remake but never did.
all
Someone
time,
famous was going to make a remake.
all time old school chicks. All time old school chicks. I Dream of Jeannie, the girl that played Jeannie. All time, the girl that played Jeannie.
Yeah.
I used to go to my grandma's house. My grandma used to babysit me. You know, so babysit me and my sister. You know, this back in the day, we used to watch I Dream of Jeannie, and I had a dirty mind back then, and I was just like, bro, like yo, I Dream of Jeannie. Jeannie was the all-time great. The all-time great with old school females, Jeannie. Period. She beats Wonder Woman. Whatever the bitch name to play the lady. Lord forgive me. The lady that played Wonder Woman. Eartha Kitt played Catwoman. All the women on all the shows. Jeannie was amazing.
Yeah, they had like three really hot cat women. I think Eartha Kitt was the best. I thought her acting was the best.
She was the best Catwoman.
Maybe even the hottest Catwoman.
Yeah,
I always prefer her over the other.
It was the way she talked. It was the way she talked. She embodied Catwoman the way she talked.
The real sexy purr.
Yeah, she had a purr.
Yeah,
the way she talked, she had a purr. Yeah,
awesome. Then there was it Batwoman that was like and she also played that Orion slave girl on
Hey, what was Genie the same Bewitched? Was Bewitched Genie? Was that the same woman?
No.
no, but those are shows that I kind of confuse in my mind myself. It's kind of like how I confuse Monsters and Addams Family, though. Though now that there's been all this other Addams Family like offshoots and stuff, I don't really get those things confused, but anymore. But I used to. Used to get them a little confused in my head because they're kind of similar. But yeah,
Okay.
so Bewitched, that was like instead of a genie, she was a witch,
Right.
and
It
she was
wasn't the
just like
same.
it was. Well, Sabrina. Then there was Sabrina the Teenage Witch. A lot, decades later. Now they got a remake. I haven't. I only watched part of the remake, and something about it I didn't like. The one on Netflix. It just
Yeah,
I
it
was
was a little
watching the
too dark.
pilot, and I only got a few minutes in there, and it's like I don't know if they had some sort of preachy message or what. It was like this just doesn't work for me.
It was
Okay,
really
so
dark.
I'm torn between
You
two.
know, Sabrina the Teenage
Between
Witch
one
with
or two.
Melissa Joan.
Rogue or Jessica Rabbit? Who's number one?
I'll go with Rogue.
Yeah,
We think so.
I think Rogue's probably would be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, bro.
Someone
Hey,
who,
you think they drew her like that on purpose? You think they drew Rogue like that on purpose, man? Like Storm, all that, forget it, whatever. But you think they drew Rogue like
Storm's
you
hot.
think and Storm was hot, especially at the ball, all that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
Rogue,
I like to retweet Storm fan art, or I guess they call it reposting now because they went and changed it from Twitter to X. And anyway, it's still
hey,
called tweets.
think about this.
There's some really
Think about a character.
Storm
Think
cost.
about it. Think about a character and her name. Okay, they used to call her the Weather Witch. You know what I'm saying? When she was little and stuff, and Africa and all that. And
He's one of the most powerful characters too. I mean,
she was a very
couldn't she just? I mean, she just could go in and destroy a fucking city if she wanted to.
yeah. People talk about Black Panther like no. Hear me out. People talk about people talk about Jack Kirby and when he did Black Panther and Luke Cage and all that stuff. He was whatever. No, Storm. When he did Storm, her name is Storm. Yo, Storm. He put his foot in Storm, dog. He put his foot in Storm. He put his foot in Storm.
It's just like it was. So I've heard in the comics that Storm was the leader of the X-Men back in the 90s.
Yes. Yeah, she took over from Cyclops. Cyclops used to be the leader. Cyclops used to be the leader. Then she took over. She took over from Cyclops.
So
And she's Omega. She's Omega.
First, is that what happened?
Huh?
So Professor X died?
No. He Cyclops got into it with Jean Grey. They got married, whatever. Storm ended up taking over the mansion. Storm was the leader. Storm ended up taking the leadership role. Then she married T'Challa. She married Black Panther. Storm actually married T'Challa.
Oh yeah, but that was like way down the line.
Yeah.
And then they had a divorce.
That's how it is in the. So is that how it is in the Black Panther movies? I haven't watched. I haven't gone to see a movie since I watched DC's Wonder Woman. That was one of the few movies I had seen in the last several years. And I only saw the first one, so that was several years ago. Shit.
I always thought I looked at DC like gay. I always thought of DC like corny. Marvel was like more real. Like Marvel was, I don't know, I resonated to Marvel. DC was like corny to me. It was like cliche, like real comic book shit, where Marvel was like some other shit. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
don't know as much about the comics, or I'll basically say I don't know anything about the comics. I've read a little bit of some of the more recent stuff, but like not any of the classic stuff. So
Storm married to Tyler, man.
yeah, my
Aurora, man.
knowledge of
Like,
X-Men is just from the is really just from the animated series. Was that the late '80s, early '90s, something like that?
yeah, man,
Awesome
bro.
animated
In
series.
in the 80s, Claremont, Chris Claremont. You know, my cousin. I used to get my books from my cousin. You know what I'm saying? You know, the spinning rack used to be at 7-Eleven and stuff. I used to get books from my cousin. In the 80s, man, Marvel Comics was so it was so dope. It was so dope, man. And then when they dropped when the X-Men cartoon came out, they did it right. They did it right. You know what I'm saying? Like and they
Yeah,
did it
I
right.
think that was one of the best cartoons in my
Yeah,
lifetime.
It's not like they're about to fuck it up.
And
yeah.
oh man, they got a Japanese intro that's real badass as well.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, I saw that one
Love
too. I
that,
was like,
love that intro.
like,
But both, yeah,
why didn't
both
they go to that
Claremont,
one? That was actually pretty awesome.
yeah, but yeah,
Right.
the
When I think of X-Men, I think of like
well, I mean,
when,
you know, the Western.
when I think of the 80s, when I think of the 80s, I think of the Star Jammers, you know, so like the Star Jammers, you know, Mojo.
Jojo.
It was it was so wild, man, and long shot and the Claremont run, you know what I'm saying? It was so wild, man. And then you had, you know, McFarlane came in with the Spider-Man shit and all that. But the X-Men run, it was so wild, yo, and Wolverine and
Yeah, I've heard great stuff about that. I think
it
it's
was
my
crazy, dog. And then Jim Lee, and then out of nowhere, here comes Jim Lee, and Jim Lee fucked the whole shit up. You know what I'm saying? And then out of nowhere comes Jim Lee. He fucks the whole shit up. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I thought Jim Lee was quite well respected.
Well, he might have been. I was 8. I don't know,
Oh, okay.
but you know what I'm saying.
But
You know what I'm saying.
but yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about Claremont. Definitely.
And then Jim Lee came in, man. His art was it was it, bro. I'm gonna tell you how ill Jim Lee was. You would buy a book just because I used to like to draw, man. And you know, most people would tell you, so you know it ain't coming from me, man. Jim Lee came out of nowhere. I know he went to DC and did Batman, but I don't fuck with DC, whatever. But when he came and started doing the X-Men at the John Bryan, man, you know what I'm saying? It was dope. And then Jim Lee came. And I'll never forget X-Men #1. And it was stretched out, was Magneto, and when he did it, it was just like
I think I
as
have
a
a package
kid, man, it was like it was dope. It was just dope. And then Spawn came out, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but when he did that X-Men #1 and Magneto had his hand up there, and it was like and then it was like a 3-book joint, whatever. And you could piece all the shit together, and you know what I'm saying, whatever. And the art, man, and the way he drew the powers around the hands, and the way he his hashing and shit, or whatever, man. It was just like it was mind blowing. Jim Lee was mind blowing, yo. It was mind blowing.
Wait. So I thought you didn't like Jim Lee.
Yeah, we're kind of getting confusing.
Yeah, I'm confused. I thought you said that Jim Lee messed things up, or was that just with her?
No, no. It was mind blowing. You know
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
saying? Look, you had I think it was John Byrne, whatever you know. You had like Rob Liefeld. You had these guys that was prominent, whatever. Jim Lee, when Jim Lee hit the scene with X-Men, when he did X-Men #1, I got it right. I got it in my stat. When he did X-Men #1, the way he drew Colossus, the way he drew Colossus, the way he drew Psylocke, the way he drew Magneto, the way he drew Wolverine, the way he drew Cyclops, and everybody had like the, you know what I'm saying, the belts and the shit on their leg.
I can't screen share because of I'm on my phone. I can't pull up any images, but
You used to go to the arcade, play Capcom versus whatever. You know what I'm saying? Jim Lee fucked. When I say he fucked the whole shit up, I mean in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Jim Lee, yeah.
Yeah, you may want
good.
Jim Lee fucked the whole shit up in a good way. He fucked the whole shit up.
Not that he fucked it up in a bad way, but a good way. Okay, then that makes
context.
Now you're making sense. Because I was gonna say, people really praised Jim Lee, so I was a little confused about that. I mean, he's considered a legend.
You know, he I was following him on Twitch. He shows, and I'm watching. You know, I'm watching. He'll draw Batman well because you know he was the head of DC and stuff. And I didn't know that people like use white whiteout and shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. How to use whiteout. And Jim Lee will draw some shit. He'll draw some shit. I'm like, you know, I'm subscribed to. I just watch him, man, and how they, you know, bro, it's man, and at that time in comic book history, you know, and you know that's when they were selling millions and millions of books. They'll tell you they're selling millions. Ethan Van Sciver was one of those guys that was right there in that. You know what I'm saying?
Ethan if you're talking about Ethan, he's one of the first. I think it was the first time I ever saw like a comic artist go and say, "Well, anybody can draw Batman." That's one that always comes to mind. But it was like he had this. But I think each week or whenever he'd have these shows, it'd be like anyone could draw such and such character, and I think he had a whole series on YouTube like that. It was fucking awesome.
I had the old school book. I had the old school book with Thor and everything that show you how to sketch. I had the old school book. To show you how to the old school Marvel book. I can't think of it, but I can see it. Yeah, to show you how to draw Marvel characters by Stan Lee and Kirby. I had the old book. You know what I'm saying?
Great things about that book. Awesome book.
I want to say something about Ethan. And I want to say this. It makes me, I gotta say that even if I don't even fucking like the dude, and I like the dude, he's one of the greatest that ever did it. And he knows my fucking name, bro. I know that sounds corny as shit. I know it sounds corny as shit, but one of the greatest, I remember the Wizard magazines. I used to get Wizard or whatever. You know, so one of the greatest that ever did it. That motherfucker know my name. He knows TJ. But you know, whatever. I might be a piece of shit, whatever.
He's a Sleestak, and he's not happy about it.
I think it's dope, dog. Mike, he did the Game of Mike Miller did the Game of Thrones shit and whatever, man. These dudes, I'm just the ass. These guys, I ain't saying they know my name, but I will give Comicsgate that. I will give Comicsgate that.
First,
I will say,
oh boy,
I will say that you know, it was a very, you know, you can get to know people that are doing things that you would love to do.
The one thing about Ethan, when I first started watching his channel, it was like I think it was before his channel really like took off, and so like people would just type stuff in the chat, like they would make requests like for him to draw this or that, and I don't even know if it was even a super chat or anything, or if it was just people. I think it was just people typing the chat, and he would just draw stuff like.
Yeah.
Like Rose
Comic,
Tico and
comic artist pro secrets. Comic artist pro secrets.
Yeah, that was
You
before
know,
you kind of went off.
And then the last Jedi came out.
Rose Tico thing. So he was already starting to make poke fun at like Disney Star Wars and stuff. But I think it was before. But I think it was before he had like really. Like,
He would go to the store. He would go to the store and show you the stencils to buy.
Big, it's really hard, I mean, it's.
He would show you how to draw it. He would go to the store and buy the stencils and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and put you on. He put you on. And then the last Jedi came out.
Yeah. Well, that's what that's what I mentioned is even after The Last Jedi came out, he had like he still I still remember him doing a stream where somebody recommended he draw Rose Tico in the Jabba the Hutt slave labor outfit, and so I remember taking the request, and I don't even know if that was a super chat. And so it seemed like he was still pretty accessible at that time. And then
now you have the CG. Now you have the CG kings, and they're unattainable. You can't even. Now you have the CG kings. Ain't that a bitch?
It's. I like the thing. Yeah, it was the cool thing was in the early days. There were like you'd have like customers on, and you have like a lot of small time creators.
CG was fun.
Do you remember the banter? Do you remember like how they talk back and forth and joke around and like?
Yeah, look, listen to me. CG was a customer movement. CG was founded on a customer movement. It was a customer movement.
It was
a customer movement. It was a customer movement. It's no longer that. Now it's about the kings.
Welcome to the chat, Courtney. Yeah, not only was it customer movement, but customers would be on Ethan's show. Like he'd have even people like Nurkish, and Nurkish was kind of a skeptic type. Well, not, I mean, he was a comedian. He still is. Funny. And he used to have
Dogs and April, Antonio Bryce. It was fun. It was fun.
Hold on. I just want to finish this point. Him and Cecil used to kind of poke fun at CG. I thought Cecil was anti-CG even.
I never liked Cecil. I always thought Cecil was a cop.
But my point is that the people could joke around about Comicsgate, and people wouldn't get like in the early days, and people weren't all so offended. And then like it turned out that like some creators were like, if a customer criticizes anything about CG, even if it's a
they made it about
creator movement, then
it used to be about the customers, and they made it about them. Zoe, say it with me. Say it with me, Zoe. Say it with me. It used to be about the customers, and then they made it about them.
Yeah. First Ghost says, I remember all of this. And Courtney
they used to promote the smaller creators. The guys was trying to get their shit off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden it turned into the good old boy club.
It kind of gradually happened over time without even me even realizing it and all.
The motherfucker trademarked this shit. You know what I'm saying? Came out and said, well, I'm not even gonna promote people I'm not even gonna promote smaller creators no more because that's not what I'm gonna do. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. This is why CG is failing. The CG at its core was about these smaller creators. You can say what you want to say about War Campaign, say what you want to say about them, but they promoted the smaller creators. They promoted people trying to get their shit off. And when the Kings took over, it got ass.
Well, I've got like small time CG creators that come on here. The War Campaign's been on here before. We had the Etsy boys on back when Testify was alive. Testify would just kind of like demand to come on, but we've had like the CG Slumlords. We've had all sorts of these different factions on this show, and we got a lot of. And then there's a lot of people who never really even were part of any of this stuff, like people like Geass, who colorist who comes on here. He I don't think he knows much
No,
of
he doesn't.
anything
He
about
doesn't know. He
CG.
doesn't know shit about this.
Yeah, I mean, he's heard of Comicsgate, I think, but that's all. He heard about like.
Yo, it's about the Kings now. Ass.
Yeah, that's
It's
no
straight ass.
an example of a comic skater. Hey, I've got the link pinned in the description. You're welcome on.
Anna makes a calendar. Anna makes a calendar.
CG.
Anna makes a soft porn calendar that's late every year. It's a soft porn calendar, her with the little titties or whatever, doing a little thing. And she makes $100,000 every year on a late calendar, bro.
Cringe
Crazy.
pins.
Man, I wish
Yeah,
you guys.
well,
I
I
wish.
don't. Are people really that
Yes,
interested in
they're
using that
buying
for
it.
a
Yes,
calendar, or are they using it for something
they're
else?
buying it. Are they jerking off to it? Is the major question. Are you jerking off to that calendar? But what are you doing with it? I know you
I don't.
can't be
I
you
don't
can't be using it to
know.
watch the date because it's a year late. It's a year late, so you can't be doing to watch the date. So you jerking off to the shit.
The cringe bench is back. I fell off with the gross. Love the cringe bench. That's according. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And again, if anybody wants to join the show, the link is in the. Here we go. I can post it again, but into the chat.
Anna's latest
Some
calendar quote.
shows are cringe binge. Well, yeah, I think a lot of them kind of are. I rarely watch it, but they still have some cool comedy specials. I like the last Dave Chappelle special. I know
Do you understand? Do you understand she's selling
it
soft?
was more
Do you understand? Do you understand?
storytelling
Do you
with
understand she's selling soft porn and everybody's turning their head? She's selling soft fucking porn.
So Eric said Anna's latest character photo shoot were not impressive and didn't like her rogue photos. The calendar was the video game characters were super sexy. This one doesn't look like it to me.
Here's the link if people want to join. I'm thinking about the trial lines of S calendar for 2025. All illustrated. Wow, yeah, that would definitely get a person canceled. I don't. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I backed Critias's Detective Dead book that never showed up.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think I backed that Critias book. Yeah, and he owned he had I think he had registered the trademark to Comicsgate, but didn't put anything out. Then somehow he sold it to Ethan. So I don't know. I'm just saying what I've been told, what I've heard. I'm not making any legal declarations. That's for the courts to decide. Oh shit! I remember that guy. This is Eric. Yeah. Critias seemed like came across as a nice enough guy. It seemed like he. I remember looking back at that campaign, he had just like a ton of stretch goals and well, if we raise this amount of money, I'll do this and that and the other thing. And it's like, if that was his first campaign, I don't know how anybody would be able to fulfill all those different things that he was offering. But yeah, he didn't even produce, like, I don't know what happened. I mean, I think the pages were drawn, but the customers never received it. I don't know how far that is. Or, he said he spent.
Do y'all understand? Do y'all understand that he's selling? Do you understand what they're doing?
Domain fonts.
And they turn a blind eye to it, and they want to call you a degenerate. They want to call you a degenerate. Like it's foolishness.
Are you talking about the show?
I'm talking about the fact that what CG was and what it is nowhere what it used to be.
Well, it depends.
Nowhere.
There's some of these small time creators that are actually that I don't mess around with backing big time creators. I'll sometimes retweet their stuff if I like some artwork. I'll retweet it. But like it's guys like Apex Comics who I'm going to support. You know, people like Rex from Rex Christian, Devil Flyer. You know, HexAllen. Well, I just mentioned the people from the Rex Hex and Apex show. Rick Piper, you know, he delivered. You know, these guys are people I'd like to consider my friends, or definitely friendly terms with each other. You know, if you know, so maybe I'm a little bit biased, but these guys actually deliver on their stuff, and they've got a real passion for it. Whereas some of these big guys, some of these CG kings, as they call themselves, are they really passionate about making comic books anymore? Or are they more into just being like YouTubers and the
I think they just kind of became YouTubers at this point.
Hey, you sick of me, says Dean? Is that real DA talk? I'm glad I.
And it's just the two of us. Just
where the hell is Shinobi Sasquatch? I don't know. So we got a different Shinobi who comes on the show, and and he actually he changed his name to the Head Ninja because he didn't want to be. People were confusing him with Shinobi Sasquatch, and he was Shinobi Raccoon. It was supposed to be a first round werewolf.
I can barely hear you, dude.
That was an interesting conversation, though. Yeah, about 2 Shinobi Sasquatch books free it up for Rob Willis. Yeah, Rob Willis is still around drawing stuff. He's just, whatever happened, he never ended up finishing.
Yes. And just like me, who keeps saying, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," and I can't do it.
You don't know there's all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and then what happens is then when people go and they get it didn't happen. Now in this case, I'm not saying it happened in this case, but in some cases, 2 creators have a falling out, and then they try to get the customers to pick sides and stuff. It's happened so many times.
Yeah, I know that tends to be the biggest problem.
Somebody on Kickstarter or Indiegogo whom we never seen any like YouTube video or anything by them. You just back their book, but like that kind of. But if you aren't like emotionally involved, that might save somebody a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's a reference. Head Ninja, I think, is a reference to like a character from a cartoon or anime. I'm trying to remember.
Hmm.
You saw people on backing books, so that's the thing. But I don't want to make it sound like all of Comicsgate. There's some people who believe in the original principles of Comicsgate. I think Apex Comics it identifies as Comicsgate.
Mhm. I mean, with KM America and so on and so forth.
We had good stuff in the chat earlier.
Hey,
Oh yeah, we need to crowdfund werewolf versus nudist colony.
that's a weird one.
American
No,
Blade
hey, I mean,
is-
it's like my little business picked up for Black Friday, so I'm like, yay, I got make money.
Congratulations. So
Yeah. No, I mean, like
Or-
like I was saying earlier, the craziest thing is that this year is actually a lot of 3D stuff, 3D comic stuff.
that's
Not a private stuff, but it's still comic stuff. Yeah.
That's Horror Mike that will. Oh, yes, Horror Mike will turn that
Turn that movie into a masterpiece.
Void. Oh, it was Werewolf versus the Nudist. Yeah,
The
we've had
nudist.
Horror Mike on the show before.
The werewolf with the nudist colony. That's so such a random title.
That's really weird because I didn't kick him from the show.
Oh, I guess he kicked himself.
It's a running joke on Horror Mike's channel. However, it's still a great idea regarding Werewolf versus Nudist colony. Oh, okay. I'm got my notifications for channels are all messed up, so I apologize to you guys that have channels if I haven't been tuning in. I'm trying to turn off the ones for got a lot of ones that turned on for like say tech review sites, video game review sites and stuff. I want to keep some of that on, but like some of those channels are like channels where they got a bunch of employees and they crank out like gazillion videos each week or like I'm subscribed to some news channels and I don't need to have those news channels. I don't even have to have the notifications. I don't even have to be subscribed to those channels.
Yeah.
I think I get enough of the news as it is without even.
Yeah, I was like on today's news, psycho, doom and gloom. God dang, man. Can't you guys think of something else? No, we must make you worry about your very existence. That's
Why
not
subscribe
help.
to news channels around the world? Or, I think it was called Dragon Gore. Yeah, if anybody wants to join,
Well, I mean, we don't it's 9:42 and I really gotta go eat, dude. So
well, this might end up being a short stream unless somebody ends up joining real soon.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how. Sometimes I'll go on by myself and interact with the chat. I like doing that. The unfortunate thing is I'm a little tired today.
Dragon God.
So, do you want to announce where we can find you, or?
Oh yeah, you can find me at the Tech Corner on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. You could also find me at Tier Comics, also on Twitter. Because I'm not gonna call it X. It just sounds ridiculous. And then we will be putting out the Pretty Vacant story. I guess he should be having it for I guess the LA Comic Con that's gonna go on in LA in December. Yeah, you may be able to, if you're in the LA area, you may be able to pick up a physical copy.
In LA. I should hope the LA Comic Con's in LA.
Yeah.
The Raiders have changed from was it Oakland and LA? They go back and forth.
Yeah.
Apex Comics is Halo.
Hey, Apex, thank you. Yeah. And then well, I'm also still working on this comic, and I'm just about ready to throw it. I'm just about ready to throw it up on Patreon and just kind of work on the pages as I go.
Oops, I accidentally removed that from the screen. So what as I try to find it, what's it called?
Detective Muse Agency. Yeah.
Okay, so you were working on that, and you
Yes.
also were.
I'm working on it right now. Well, I'm slowly working on it. Currently, I just decided I needed to make this thing feel a bit longer than when it is, and so right now the idea is to have at least 52 pages every chapter, or at least 50 pages every chapter. This is just out of order because it's kind of the first 3 pages as the back, front, and cover, and then the back cover is counted as separate from the main.
Yeah, the screen like that earlier, and I thought you were going through your file. I just quickly focused on something else. The screen.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to make this a lot longer, because I think one of the bad habits I picked up was trying to tell a story too quickly. One of those bad habits, and bad tech. quit making your stories too short. Either I make them too short or I make them too long. Like, okay, I need to find that sweet spot.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to like at least 40 to 50 pages a chapter, or an I guess a graphic novel issue. And then so like I said, right now what I'm doing is just kind of extending the story and trying to add more character, I guess more victims for the story, more characters introduced, and especially the muse herself needs to be introduced at some point. So I'm hoping hoping at least two to 3 chapters cover an entire arc, if not more. Because I know some stuff. Because I'm trying to be more. I guess I'm trying to format my stories in the style of telling, kind of like some mangas, but there's not really an end, but it just keeps going. You know what I mean? To think maybe like Detective Conan, or shoot. Well, maybe not Dragon Ball. I mean, Dragon Ball is long, but Dragon Ball is a lot of fighting. I know it ended, but you could probably be close to something like "Oh My Goddess," which is kind of where the story gets its inspiration from. And then let's see what else. Yeah, just about it. Did we lose Lorenzo again? But yeah, so hopefully he comes back. So I'm just thinking of just starting it on Patreon and just trying to build a comic as I go. And there he goes. I now rule the stream. So we're having some more technical difficulties because he's on his phone and it's not working and it doesn't like him for whatever reason. And so So right now I'm just trying to add more story. Hey Darian, we're having a bit of an issue for the Lorenzo. And so, do you guys have any questions? Because I actually still my Black Friday sale actually ends at midnight tonight. So I had a few people like, "Oh, hey, here's the money." Mm-hmm. Come on, dude, come back. Because I'm trying to figure out what to say. Oh, we were talking about at the beginning of the stream. There we go. What is the purpose of meaning? The meaning of purpose. The purpose of meaning.
Hey, great to see you. And bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
is
Burt Reynolds was yeah. He's asking about the purpose of meaning.
if anyone wants to join, I got the link pinned in the chat.
Yeah, because I'm about to head out because I'm hungry, and I'm gonna work on stuff.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Well, maybe 10 more minutes, and then. But like I was saying earlier, I'm just trying to expand the story, fix the story, add characters, and have more of a plan going on. So I'm already thinking just to go ahead and throw it on Patreon and just kind of go from there.
Yeah. I think it might be over.
Either way, it's gonna take me a while to build a crowd for that.
Yeah, I think you might. The only flaw I have with any of the stuff that you do is that you sometimes go into a lot of detail about stuff.
And then don't do it. Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah, just I think if you just do it and then it's like, oh, look at what I got up here, you know.
Hey, look at the update. Look at the many pages I expanded to you. Look at this, that, hey.
Yeah. I think that's the way to do it, because otherwise,
yeah,
well, it's very easy to get caught up in discussing things in like so much detail, and at the end, you end up talking yourself out of it.
I know that's the issue. I keep talking myself out of the damn thing.
Very easy to over plan things.
Yeah.
Or
like I said,
Critias and like just Critias really did over plan things with this comic. He's like, I can do this, that, and the other thing, and then.
The thing for this one? Well, for this one, I just wanted to add more. Want to add a couple more random, victims, and then have more story with the characters before they was the main character before she meets the muse of which is the other central character, and then just kind of goes from there.
Yeah.
Because originally there wasn't a best friend character, there wasn't another set of group pick.
You can explain to the audience that's currently here what the hell you're talking about, like what the basic premise of the book.
Basically, the basic premise of the story is it's a young genius detective who on one of her more unusual cases, this story being that case, she discovers and awakens a muse that it's essentially an angel, I guess, in this universe, and together they solve crimes, and so that's the basic premise. So there's a lot of other stuff in it that I'm going to, but it's going to be a lot of supernatural detective story type stuff.
Yeah, I remember you were showing off like your previous incarnation of the book, and
yeah,
there were these people that disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And the detective came in, and she's looking at these wax statues, and they look like the people have disappeared.
Yeah,
that's
what happened. That's essentially the same story here. But the thing is,
but it sound like
Mhm.
you kind of fleshed out the story a little bit more.
Yeah, I fleshed out the main story a bit. So the idea is that basically every figure that you see, every figure that you see in the book is actually, you know, a person. I mean, dun dun dun. I gave away the story, but and
I feel kind of like these, kind of like
so
so
what starts off as a missing persons case,
yeah,
missing people case, turns into you know, to something much bigger.
yeah. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, and this is something you were working on, and
I stopped for a while, then and then I came back to it, and then I stopped for a while, and then I come back to it, and like, "Ugh, I need to stop doing that."
see why maybe. And I know this goes against your way of doing things.
Mhm.
Sorry to interrupt, by the way, but I can kind of see why George likes to go and make little thumbnails.
Yeah.
Whereas that's quite different than you're used to doing all these commissions and
Yeah, because I'm used to doing basically I'm used to redefining the artwork. So basically, I would make a sketch or rough of the layout, and then I would present it to the client. The client would then tell me, "Hey, I like the pose. You can continue," or "I don't like this pose," and change it up a bit. So that way, I'm not sitting here working up this grand thing, and he doesn't like it, or she doesn't like it, or the people don't
then
like
I
it.
think it's kind of, but I would imagine it's kind of different when you're drawing a comic, though. That's kind of,
Yeah, and I mean, I still do it that way. And sometimes, like I was like, this is my second time redoing this page. This is the first page. Now this is my second time redoing it. But the thing is that I added more instead of being this one big page. I added more to the scene, so you get an idea of what's going on, and then you just, you know, it kind of
so
moves.
you're not redrawing each and every page?
I'll probably end up redrawing some of these pages.
Because I was trying to figure out how you're going to add that extra stuff to the way.
Because like I redid this page right here too as well. So
Yeah,
like
that seems like it would be kind of.
this was the original page.
Yeah, it seems
And
like
then
this kind of reminds me of what, like, I hate saying this, but this reminds me kind of what Ethan did with the Cyberfrog book. I think he was like a ton of pages in the book, and then I think he just rewrote it from scratch.
mm.
Or
Oh, the thing.
ended up rewriting and redrawing it with
Oh,
his Fresh Planet book.
right. Well, no. The thing is I'm not rewriting it. And sometimes I was like, I just look at the panels like I can do this panel better, or I can do this
Okay, that kind of
page
reminds
better.
me of what Manny from Good Dog Press did.
Yeah.
Redrawing. Well, I don't know. He went and redraw maybe the entire book. I don't know, and I'm not
Yeah.
sure how many times he did it. I mean, I said he kept doing it. Maybe he redrew it once. I don't know, but what had happened with him is his art had his drawing skills had improved because he was streaming pretty much every day, and
Basically, I got basically sometimes what happens is I get better, and then I look at the
yeah,
old page and like, yeah, I can do this better. You know,
yeah,
that's
that's
more or
exactly
less
what
my issue
Manny was. He got so much better over
over
maybe
time.
a period of a year or so when he was working on the comic that he just, or at least it was like several months. He got so much better because he was just constantly
Yeah.
craft. Unfortunately, in his case, I think it took a lot of. I mean, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
he
like,
was there. I mean, he was physically present with his family when he drew it, but it's just like I think he decided to go and focus more on like
Yeah.
Seb's like sitting there drawing, and like I think he wanted to do more stuff with his family or something. But
Yeah.
I don't know that for absolute certain. I don't want
Oh man, you're fine.
it's understand. I could sympathize with him if that was the case because I could just definitely understand it can be a lot of work writing a comic. So he drew this, and it was the Skunk Girl comic.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and it was like it was a cool concept, because I mean it's he had this character, and then all of a sudden, before Squirrel Girl even came out, and it's like, well, this is so. What he ended up, he had some other comic that he was going to draw first, and it's like, okay, I'm going to draw the Skunk Girl because everybody's talking about Squirrel Girl. I've already got this Skunk Girl, and
Yeah.
and he had to explain to people, no, Skunk Girl doesn't stink. She releases these pheromones that are and uses that to she used that to like control men. I don't know, maybe women as well. I just trying to remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a real awesome thing. It's just I think it just like took so much effort, and he has a full-time job
Yeah.
as well, and so I think he just wanted to do some more family stuff.
Yeah. No,
Personal.
that's fine. I mean, whatever he wants to do is up to him.
Yeah, because he was one of the him and Rick Piper. They both were heavily encouraging me to post my own screens, as was ERTs appeared on his show as well a few times.
Yeah.
Rick had me on the show a lot on Cross Comics. So
Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna.
it gave me some confidence to host my own show, but that's
Yep.
just going on any show, which I think you often have kind of a full panel anyway, so a lot of people
Yeah.
on that show. So, but it was nice. So it's cool though that he was the first person who had me on, and then was on Rick's show after that on ERTs. So at least a couple times, probably more than a couple. But thanks for joining us.
Hmm.
You already gave your contact info. You can always put
Yeah.
that in the chat.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be excellent to each other, and I'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, take care.
Night. You too. Night, Lorenzo.
Night, Daniel. Well, that was really cool. Daniel Vega has been part of the show for a long time. Had there was some times where he hasn't been able to make it on the panel. There's some time, there was a time when Geass was a regular co-host, and he still comes on too. I mean, fair amount. Um, he's a colorist who mentions Game of Thrones and stuff. I don't know if not seeing a very active, not seeing much activity in the chat. So if anybody wants to come on here, you're welcome to come on here. Or else I might just kind of put this show down early. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there was any other topics I wanted to discuss. Oh, there's some cool stuff going on as far as
retro scene, bunch of handheld video game devices coming out that but there's actually more of those out there than more different models that I can keep track of. So that was one topic that I thought about talking about on here, but it would kind of require more research. I ordered one that was it looks like an OG Game Boy, like first gen or Game Boy Color. But trying to think of the brand name that I ordered. Just on Black Friday, there were a bunch of those on sale. They're really dropping in price. The one I got was like $60, and I'm reading about ones that are maybe 50 or $40, and you can play all sorts of like old school video games. The Raspberry Pi 5 is out. I've yet to actually see it in the wild, so to speak. Seems like the reviewers got that first. And I know there's a chip shortage. On Black Friday, they had like an 8 gig Raspberry Pi 4 on sale. You know, it's tempting to think about buying it, but it's like you actually buy a laptop, just like a Chromebook or whatever, for about the same price. Maybe even like a Windows laptop for the price of some of these Raspberry Pi. It started out, they were like $60, I think, originally. And they would like to do all sorts of different things with them. But it was a cool hobby thing. But I think with chip shortages and as they became more and more powerful, now they're starting to cost more like a standard computer, and still do some neat stuff with it, like particularly good at like with emulating stuff. Say you want to emulate an old 68K Mac or old Amiga, any number of video game consoles and whatnot. And now we're getting all these handheld devices from China that you can like customize. You can run custom firmware and stuff on there. So I think that's going to be like a real. I think that might be a real big thing coming up, even more so than Raspberry Pi. But then again, Raspberry Pis are so versatile. What you can do with it, you can turn it into pretty much anything. You can take a Raspberry Pi, computer. You can like put it in like the case of an old Omega or old Apple II, and do all sorts of neat stuff with it. So I've been like researching that lately. A lot of really cool Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. But and so that's mainly what I've been researching lately is like that sort of stuff. Looking into getting a real laptop because
currently streaming off a phone before I was streaming on a Chromebook. I got not the cheapest one I could get, but it was back when people were saying that you couldn't stream anymore. Like YouTube wasn't. It was back when I think when YouTube might have still had Google Hangouts, but they were like saying you couldn't stream from Google Hangouts if you were on a phone. So I ended up getting a Chromebook, or you had to have like 1,000 subs or something ridiculous like that. And so it was like, okay, I'm gonna try see, can I get like say a $250 laptop and stream from it? Because people are complaining about it. It's like I bet I could buy a Chromebook that's cheaper than most phones and stream off of it. And so I did that just to see if it could be done, and also to see what the Chromebooks were like as far as their like architecture and their operating system. Turns out you can run Linux on there, and actually successfully was running, even able to run like the Steam games that were made for Windows, and so, this thing called Proton, which is it's I believe what they use on Steam Deck, and it's I think it's forked from Wine. I guess it's technically not emulation, but it's kind of like that in that it allows you to run Windows software like Wine does on Linux, where in Proton, I think it specifically encodes games. And I was able to run like a very light Windows game, like a it's really Japanese, but it was like a visual novel that was inspired by the Japanese visual novels. For Windows, on a Chromebook using Linux. Can't remember what they call it. If it's like called Crouton or something else. And that was cool. So it'd be nice if I got a more powerful laptop. I don't know much about like video, like people can get like video capture cards for a laptop. That would be cool if I could like, stream from a laptop, stream some video games and stuff. That'd be a lot of fun. Know people do that from desktop computers, and people stream from even their PlayStation. So if anybody knows anything about that, please let me know. It'd be fun to, before I make an investment in a new computer. It'd be nice to know a little bit more about capture cards and streaming video, stream video games. Anyway, I'm gonna. Doesn't look like anybody planning on joining the panel. Not sure what folks want to talk about, so I'm just going to call this a day. We've been going for 3 hours now anyway. And even though I've gone much longer before, I kind of have a goal of going 3 hours anyway. I mean,
that seems to me like an optimal length of a show anyway. So have an excellent night or day, folks. And thank you so much for tuning in. And the people who commented in the chat, the people who, the lurkers, the people who went on the panel, thank you so much. I get a lot of pleasure off. I get a lot of pleasure from streaming, interacting with folks. So thank you, everybody. And sorry about last week, but it was Thanksgiving, and I had a fun Thanksgiving. And, get to spend some time with family, and that was cool. Get to spend some time with my mom, and I don't get to really get to have dinner with her all that often, so that was cool. Anyway, have an awesome night or day or whatever. Oh, and by the way, I'm your host, Lawrence Sleestak. You can find us here every Thursday night, 5 Pacific, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. GMT, and 9 a.m. Earth, Australia, 9 a.m. in Philippines, Philippine Standard Time. Take care, everybody.